Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Dreams of Arkos here on Dork Tales. Hi, everybody. I am very excited to be getting into the game. I am your Dungeon Master, Kelle. I use he and him, and today we're going to be playing the first episode of Arkos, Dreams of Arkos, to be specific, which is a homebrew game set in our world of Ylos. Arkos is an island chain that is kind of Greco-Roman / Greco-Persian inspired, and we're going to be using some alternative rules. We're both using a lot of stuff from Mystic Odysseys of Theros, as well as Odyssey of the Dragon Lords by Modiphius. It's a fantastic book and a really cool adventure, so if you're looking for something to run for your people, I strongly recommend it. I've got a couple of quick announcements, but before we do that, I think we should go around and introduce the cast and their characters. Let's go in a big circle, starting with Robin.
Hello everyone, I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns, and I am second gen gamer in the chat. And today I am excited to introduce to you Deianera, our centaur Amazonian ranger, who also uses she, her pronouns, and nay as well, I guess. You'll find a lot of jokes. Well, don't be looking in the gift horse mouth, you know. But yeah, super excited to be here. And yeah, looking forward to clip clop into your hearts.
Nice. That's awful. Over in the corner, we have Amy.
Hello, that's me. Hi, I'm Amy. My pronouns are she, her, they, them. And I am playing Gwylan Halenan. The presently is a rogue of the Odyssean archetype from the Odyssey of the Dragon Lords, I think.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah. And I'm very excited to play them. She's going to be super cool. Yeah.
Nice. It's a really cool book. All right, down beneath you, we have Millie.
Hi, I'm Millie. My pronouns are she and her, or they and them. I am playing Tyria Zenos, who is a Minotaur artificer from a region experiencing rapid industrialization. She's heading out to explore the world and send funds back to her family and, you know, find a future for the people she loves. And also, like, I don't know, like, do weird cow things. I can turn into a cow later, and I'm very excited. I'm just going to go retire to, like, a field. Chew cuds, the usual.
Yeah, as usual. Yeah. Many stomachs, no waiting. All right, over.
You understand? You understand?
I understand. I'm part cow. I'm a cowboy. All right. Oh, I should have made that your intro joke. By the way, you guys do have splash screens on the break, so enjoy those. All right, over to Kelle.
Hi everybody, it's Kelle from up the road. I use she, her pronouns, and I have been challenged this game around. Kelly said, I want you to play something more mysterious and sexy. So
Sexy.
It's sort, I don't know if it's in my wheelhouse or not, but we will give it a try. So yeah, I'm very excited to be doing this. This costume was so much fun to put together. I am playing Mystredo. She is a Gorgon. And yes, there are little snakes. I have little snakes, you know, and then one, you know, ready to whisper in my ear all the bad ideas that I usually come up with. But hopefully it doesn't get too bad.
Nice.
But yeah, very excited.
And finally, last but not least, over in the corner, we have Traz.
Hi, I'm back in the corner again. Yes, I am Trez. I use he, him pronouns, and I will be playing Forn, our reborn Path of the Ascendant Dragon monk, who uses he, they pronouns. And yes, I know I look like the characters from Hell's Paradise. No, it was not intentional.
Some of the best things aren't. All right. So before we begin, a quick reminder, everybody, that we're using our alternative house rules, which means that 1s and 20s are crits on hits and spell saves. There are a bunch of house rules that we went over in the chat at episode 0. But if anybody has any questions, anything that you want to bring up during game, because this is session 1, just let me know as we go. So with that, I also wanted to thank our sponsor for today's episode, and for the month of July, continuing with us is Bookwyrm Games, who still has their amazing Quest Chest Kickstarter on. I'm going to read a little ad copy for them, and hopefully you'll check out their Quest Chest. Do you like immersive games? Check out Quest Chest by Bookwyrm Games. Engage all senses by playing a fully system-agnostic module with wax-sealed letters, metal coins, candles, and actual tea, as well as narrated voiceover and custom music to set the scene. Secrets hide in plain sight with ciphers and puzzles for your players to decode. The first 2 boxes are available presently at bookwyrmgames.com, where you can use code DORKTALES to save 10%, or better yet, you can find 5 of these quest chests over at questchest.info, or go directly to Kickstarter and search Quest Chest. Quest Chest is a fantastic way to enrich your gaming life with a combination of a module, an escape room, and a lot more in every box. Go check it out today and back the Kickstarter for another couple days. Please help them reach more stretch goals, because that means better stuff for everybody who has pledged. They're a fantastic group, and unlike a lot of Kickstarters, you're going to get what you pay for with these guys, so definitely go out there. Also, if you're just looking for some dice, head to bookwyrmgames.com, where you can buy over 168 different types of dice, from acrylic to resin, from metal to liquid core, and even actual gemstones. Dice bags can hold your hoard, and dice trays will make sure that you roll safely when you're getting those crits. You can also engage all of your senses with their candy dice or themed scented candles. There's also a 5-set mystery box and a mystical item monthly subscription for fun surprises every month. Again, you can save 10% with code DORKTALES on checkout. And if you purchase $100 Canadian worth of merchandise, your shipping's free. And right now, that's a great deal, because the Canadian dollar is doing what the Canadian dollar do, which is not great. That is our sponsor for the day. Thank you so much for being with us, Bookwyrm Games. Hope you have a fantastic month, and this Kickstarter is going to continue to rock. Go support them today, everybody. And then finally, as we're going into game, does anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns as we go into this? Also, I have a big thank you to Krista, who did some of the costume work for this. Krista, I misplaced the top, so it is that Krista made for me in like one sitting, so that is going to be in episode 3. But it will not be over episode 1 or 2, because I am not where the top is right now. And thank you, Kelle, for doing the pleating on my shrug, or whatever the hell this thing is.
Did you notice my hand stitching? I went all out.
I did. It's nice. Yeah. It's nice. All right, so everybody, you look it's gotta be good. A big thank you to everybody who supports us over on Patreon. You are all amazing people, because this game could not happen without you. And with that, does anybody have anything that you'd like to ask? You are going to be starting with a point of inspiration, which you can use before or after the roll. And then besides that, determination is purchasable in the chat. And so are Hurt the Moors, and Something Good Happens, and Drama Bomb. Please help me out. Besides that, I guess it's time to start game.
I only have one really quick note before we start game.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you very much to everyone who brought us the world record in this channel for hype. We reached level 8. That is apparently the furthest we've ever gone. I'm feeling very smug about that, because that means this game is now winning all of the points. And I hope the future games can bring it on. Let's go.
Bring it. No, that's pretty fantastic. Thank you so much for all of the support, guys. It really means the world to us. It means the world to me. I don't know about anybody else, but to me, it is the world.
Wow, you bring so many worlds to life, so that seems like a good combo.
Oh, you're
yeah,
sweet.
right.
Can somebody keep track of all of the Hurt the Moors and Drama Bombs that are rolling in?
I'm putting Traz and I are keeping it in the chat.
All right, so without further ado, folks, I think it is time for us to head into the first episode of Dreams of Arkos, here on Dork Tales. Sang O Muses, bound by fate and the glory of Arkos, nations divided by wine-black sea and lingering strife, and hearken back to an age of dreams unseen, when the seas themselves slumbered, and the dark dreams beyond time rose anew. Hark, traveler, and listen to my tale, for in far away Arkos we begin, as we start our story in the lush jungle islands of Stistan. For that is where our story and the fate of Arkos truly begins. We move through mist. Thick, cloying. It clings to the top of the lush jungle mountains. Beneath, the teeming life of a jungle, the sounds of insects, the sounds of birds, suddenly go silent as the thunder of hooves pushes past. Along the jungle terrain is the sudden of multiple hoofbeats. Two centaurs, locked side by side, rush through the brush. We can see their hooves splaying the mud up in against the trees. Various beasts look on from the tree line. And in front, a huge stag explodes through the undergrowth, and I need an initiative roll from Deianera.
Sweet. Here we go.
Deianera, it is a typical day there on Tistame. You rush through the undergrowth there along with Isla, is it?
Yes. Kyla, yes.
Kyla rushes alongside of you. She has an initiative of 21.
Jesus, okay.
All right, can you please describe Kyla for me as she rushes out in front of you?
Sure. All right, let me just quickly find my character sheet. What I... So she is a dark black centaur. So her coat is this beautiful kind of night sky. She has no other white markings on her like some horses. She's just a pure black coat. Quite a muscular build. If you're gonna assign a horse breed to her, I imagine her more as a thoroughbred, meant to be fast and quick. So powerful muscles, strong legs, but more slim than Deianera is. Deianera is kind of built more stocky and bigger. And then she has this gorgeous dark colored skin with flowing black hair that matches her tail, and these beautiful green eyes.
Perfect. And behind her, rushing through the brush, Deianera is going. Please describe Deianera as she rushes out from behind. Both of them are rushing, their bows in hand, chasing this majestic elk.
Perfect. So Deianera is a bit taller, more stockier. As I said, she looks so she is built with like more of a sort of like draft horse look to her. So she's a bit more stocky, thicker body, but she has this beautiful dark brown chocolate coat with a beautiful golden tail, and her they call them feathers at the hooves are also this like lovely kind of platinum blonde. It meshes perfectly with her kind of more dark tanned skin that has she has this beautiful kind of gold moon flanking mark that's like a birthmark. It's not like put on or anything. That is just the pattern that is like a birthmark on her, that it has a moon that's very similar to her headband that she wears. She has a bow drawn, and she's wearing this red and gold kind of toga sash, and she has beautiful blue eyes and hair pattern that matches almost like her horse coat as well.
All right, as you rush across the countryside, moving through the undergrowth, it's going to focus on Kyla, who draws her bow back and takes aim. Come on, princess! I thought this was supposed to be a challenge! And she's going to aim her shot, and firing her bow, it is going to fly across the field in front, slamming into the haunch of the giant elk that you are chasing with that's going to be a 19. And that is going to be 8 points of damage to the elk, which is already fairly bloodied from your harrowing ride, but it's not enough to bring it down. What do you do?
She's going to dig in and kind of keep up pace with her, draw her bow as she's riding by, and she's going to look at her and go, "Haunches, I see. Well, my dear, you've got to aim for the heart." And she will make an attack at the she will fire her bow.
Nice. Are you going to use anything else, like Hunter's Mark?
Oh, do I have... Is that one
You're level 3?
Yeah, I will. I am. I will cast Hunter's Mark on it as well.
Of course.
So she will bonus action cast Hunter's Mark and take a shot at it.
Do it.
Do it. Do it.
What'd you get?
I think Deianera trips on a piece of wood or something. Cause I rolled a 5. So does a 12 hit?
You have determination.
All right, I'll use determination.
All right. It will hit with that determination.
Oh, beautiful.
All right, your shot. You are going to trip, and as you are basically stumbling forward, you will recover and do a low shot that's going to kind of bank low underneath its flanks as it leaps over a fallen log.
I rolled max damage on that.
Okay.
17 points of piercing damage.
How do you do this?
So I think as a low as she kind of comes up from the kind of almost trip, she aims her bow, and she will almost do like a low underneath, like coming up from beneath its, like between its legs underneath, and just almost hit the heart if she can, but she's gonna like kind of fire it low and hopefully like splays up into it.
It absolutely does. With a horrible bleat of the elk is going to slam into the ground. This is a huge, easily as large as the largest centaur in any tribe you've ever seen. It hits the ground, and its horns are going to lock into the ground, kind of sending it ass over end as it kind of roll, smashing through several smaller trees, knocking them to the ground before it skids to a stop. Dead. No fair!
Oh?
You use
Why?
that strange voodoo that you have.
I do the voodoo that you do. Just because you are more dedicated to healing, which I am always eternally grateful for. Mine is to take down enemies. Speaking of which, and she will whistle, and you'll hear the sound of flapping of mechanical wings as a clockwork gold metallic hawk will come rest on her back, where she has a special perch on her leather tack.
Nice.
That she has. Sophos, did you see anything while you were up there? Or did you just see my lovely shooting?
Does she or does it communicate with you verbally?
Let me check that. It speaks in a series of clicks and squawks that only I can understand. So it does
Gives you a series of like hawkish little clicks and whirs, and as it does, it communicates that yes, members of your tribe are approaching. Your aunt. And as it is clicking to you, you will hear the clip-clop of Kelle move closer, and she puts her flank up next to yours and goes, "I suppose that I can allow such a easy victory today, but the next one will be a bit more difficult. And she gives you a slight nuzzle along the side of your cheek and lingers her lips on the side of your cheek for just a moment. Much more difficult.
Promises. And she will kind of nuzzle her back.
And with that, you can hear the sound of approaching hooves of your family. That could mean trouble. To disturb you from your hunt, it must be something. Something important.
Nah. Quick, let's throw the elk on my back and let's see what is going on. Usually they do not disturb during a hunt.
Of course. And you go and collect the elk. And as we do, we are going to focus down on the pool of blood that lies in the streets, and are going to watch as the blood begins to kind of shimmer and become clear. No longer blood, but water. No longer mud beneath it, but the cobblestones of a street. And I need Gwylan to describe herself as her boot smashes through the puddle. You're running at a full tilt.
Gwylan has long, curly, orange-red hair that is pulled back. Probably if she's doing active stuff right now, it's probably pulled a little bit more securely, so it's not going to get in her face while she's running. She has black boots laced up to her knees, black pants, a black, corset underbust style with a capelet going down, sort of, that, and belts crisscrossing. And she's got a satchel, a small, belt, not super small, but yay big?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to describe that. Belt pouch on her hip.
Like a hip pouch, yeah.
And she's got, hip pouch, yeah. She's got a blue, loose, almost like a peasant top. It's a very swashbuckling sort of aesthetic in a lot of ways. And
the Caboganian! She's over there! You'll hear echo behind you.
Grips. She looks back and will try and duck out of the way and see if she can find to lose them.
Can you make me a stealth roll?
Absolutely.
Now, you can make it with disadvantage because, well, you know what? We'll just do a higher difficulty because you kind of have a little bit of break of sight. You're running down this tight alleyway that's packed with trash. There's a beggar lying in front of you in half of a giant amphora meant for an inn or an industrial-sized hotel, who looks up at you adjusting his loincloth and kind of scratching his nudity, going, spare a coin for the great philosopher.
She'll give a little jaunty salute as she passes, and will toss a copper.
Well, mate, this bald, naked old man's going to grab your coin as you run past. What's your stealth roll?
That will be a total of 16.
16. All right. So there's a side cut down alley, and then so there are a couple of little breakneck alleys, ones where even someone your size is going to have to kind of squeeze sideways to move through them, where buildings have kind of just slumped against each other, to the left and to the right. And you can also continue going and try to hide among some of the debris and boxes.
Yeah, okay. We'll do that.
Okay. Among the boxes?
Throw some stuff up. Yeah, and try and make a mess of things to just sort of throw stuff off, to make it even harder to see things. I think as she's going, she's probably knocking over not barrels, but if there's
There's tons of stuff in the
carts
alleys, yeah.
Yeah, she's just knocking things over to make it even harder to pass through here after her.
Nice. All right. Sliding in into like a little alcove where there's a box kind of blocking view. You're going to hear the sound of thunderous footsteps behind you as two of the local guards here in the port city of Pythia that you are in rush past you. Their tabards, bright green, marking their allegiance to the city, and are going to rush past, their swords in hand. As here go, I think she went over this way. Check the side alleys. She can't be far. And they are going to rush past you. Do you wait or do you pop immediately out?
I think she's gonna pop out, and so we're level 3, right?
You are level 3, yes.
Yeah, okay. I just checking some of my stuff again. And if we're going, can we go into, she wants to go and trip one with her, the edge of her spear, because she's got a little combat spear that she wields.
Okay, so as they rush by, you're not going to hide, you're just going to attack them?
Oh no, as soon as they rush by, she's going to come out and try and stab one in the back.
Oh, okay. That sounds
or maybe
great.
Stab them in the foot or something.
Sounds great. Two of them are going to rush by you. Go ahead and make me an attack roll with advantage.
Okay, can I use my clever as the gods here in my bonus action?
Sure, what does it do?
It's a clever plan to trick an enemy. You make charisma deception roll contested by the creature's wisdom insight. If you win the contest, you and your allies have advantage on attacks against this creature until the beginning of their next turn.
Yes, you can.
Yay. So, let's see, yeah, this is the wisdom, charisma deception. I need their wisdom insight. Okay.
Okay, so I rolled a 7.
That's a 25.
Okay, so you are going to deceive them, coming up from behind them. Go ahead and make me an attack roll. And you may sneak attack with this, because you have advantage.
Right. I need to double check my sneak attack dice. Sorry.
So at your level, it's 2d6.
Back. Yeah.
So you're probably at 3d6 for the damage, or 1d8 plus 2d6, depending on if you have a short spear or a long spear.
I believe so. My spear says I have 1d8 or 1d10 two-handed.
Okay.
And I have like spear training based on my archetype.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, that is a 16 to hit from the looks of it.
That's a hit.
Twelve piercing. Yeah.
How do you do it?
She's using it one-handed. So she's coming around basically as they're running past and is going to, I think she's going for their, like, leg initially. But if she can, she'll go right for the back. Like.
Okay. Are you attacking to kill or just to disable?
This is to disable.
Okay.
She's just trying to get out of here and not get more people trying to kill her.
Okay, so you can absolutely like just knock them face first into the brick walls or the stone walls of the alley.
Yeah.
So there's going to be this horrible chunk noise as their helmet slams into the wall, turning around and just knocking them unconscious as they tumble down.
I think she's gonna grimace at the sound.
The other one is going to keep running down one of the sides. Come on, I think she's done this way. He literally just botched his perception check to see if he noticed.
Cool. That seems like a great situation for me. So we're going to hoist this body, this unconscious figure, and toss him into and drag him to the side a little bit. Or maybe put some stuff over top. No, she's just gonna like stick some like tarps over him, and is going to get out of there.
All right. Turning around, you are going to see that beggar kind of looming over where you're hiding the body, and he's going to kind of look down, raise a furry eyebrow, and go, "Does he have any coin? Waste not, want not, eh?"
Be my guest.
Thank you. Demetrios. I was a
Good
famed
luck.
philosopher once.
Yeah?
Yes.
How's that going for you?
Why? Pretty good, see?
Yeah, I asked that a lot. Maybe I'm a philosopher too. Didn't know that's all it took.
It's surprisingly easy. And he's going to go and root through the body. And are you just going to take off while he's doing that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was
Alright.
never here.
As you take off toward the edge of the alley, you'll see a couple of friendly faces lean over, one of which is going to be your friend Cyril. What does Cyril look like?
I have to double check that real quick.
So Cyril is your half-elf pirate friend.
Yeah. Okay. Honestly, I'm kind of picturing what's his face from She-Ra, the
Oh, the guy with the
pirate
mustache?
guy. Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't know
kind
what
of
his name is.
young, mustache, a little Zac Efron-y.
Yeah. He's just like a scoundrel, kind of like, but you know, good friend.
Totally. He smiles as he rounds the corner and says, "Hey, friend, I've got the boat ready. You ready to get the hell out of here?"
Oh, absolutely. I think we've overstayed our welcome.
"I think so. She says she's with you?" And next to him is a woman that you have met. She was the one that hired you for the snatch and grab job that you did right now. She is a woman in her late 30s, human, very, very sharp brown eyebrows, blackish brown hair, kind of like dark brown, that is worn very long in the traditional Arkosian style. Very tanned skin from being outside, obviously like tanned with olive oil, wearing a red and yellow tunic wrap around her. She's a woman named Inone.
Oh, yes.
Ready to go if you are. Do you have the things?
I have the things.
Great.
Do I have the things?
You have the things. You have a small lockbox.
She will walk past heading out towards the boat and is going to toss the box over. Think fast.
Good.
Wait, we got paid in advance already, right? Zero?
Yeah, we got paid in advance.
Okay, cool.
And she paid in wine.
Yeah, I know. My favorite.
Mine too, she says with a smile, and then looks down at the box and cracks it open. It's this gilded box, and as it opens, we will look down at the click, clack, click, clack, click, clack, click of the mechanical gears that are working inside of it. And it is with that we swap again, looking at the gears grinding through. We are down underground. Steam gouts out. And as it does, this horrible, the sound of a gear stripping itself completely barren, fills the air. This massive and ancient door keeps slamming. This door is about 40 feet tall, made of steel so thick you could probably sail across one of the near oceans on it. There is a tremendous clang as a blacksmith's hammer slams down on it. repairing one of the broken gears where it is fixed at the hinge. Tyria, what do you look like?
Sure. Tyria hates this door. She is wearing very light armor. A classy light pink, dark purpley, somewhere in between there, violet robe. And she is surrounded by movement. She is very much a cow person. She's a full-on minotaur. She's got sort of pinky, light-colored skin, a brown little nose. She's got a ribbon keeping her hair back behind her, and a massive warhammer behind her as well. She has a small steampunk canary, and a slightly alarmingly sized steampunk-styled mouse following her around at all times. And at the moment, she is covered in sweat, grease, oil, and complaints. This door is always breaking.
You hear a voice from the other side. Pull! I need you to pull it! Pull it!
I am pulling it. You're just not pushing hard enough.
And you know my knee's bad. Let me just try a little. Okay, and on the other side, you're going to...
Is this Tyria's dad?
It's your dad, and he just rolled a nat 20 on his push roll.
I know, Dad. It's fine. I can use... Oh!
And this massive shadow is going to loom over the crack in the door as the door grinds and then kind of like shifts over the gear, forcing it to kind of head back toward alignment.
She's gonna look a little bit alarmed. in a... You're supposed to be resting. I was joking, kind of way.
Put the pin in! Put the pin in!
Okay. She puts the pin in.
He's holding the door. He's going like he's already kind of that like pinkish reddish brown that you are, and he's going like purple, holding this door in place. He's very veiny on his arms.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely, you know what he looks like? He's the Minotaur version of the dad from The Incredibles.
Yeah, totally.
Right? Like... So, if you want to try to fix this door, can you go ahead and give me a Tinkerer Tools check?
I totally can. So I am proficient in this. So hang on, am I just adding...
So you have proficiency,
what
and this is going to be, let's say this is a strength roll, because this is...
Okay, sure. So roll an 18, so plus strength is 2, plus proficiency is so 24.
24. You were easily able to reset the mechanisms, and are going to get it placed back in, which is going to activate the counterweight that makes the door actually not need to be lifted on a corner.
Mom's gonna kill you if you don't get back to bed soon.
Someone had to come down here and make sure you were doing it right. You're only
I know.
You're only a level 3 maintenance and melee cert. You need to be at least a level 6 to start working on the doors. You know that. You're violating protocol.
I know that. But I also know you're supposed to be resting.
Yeah. Tyria. Can you do the thing again? And he's gonna kind of like lift his arms for you to crack his back.
Yeah, she'll do it.
Okay, go ahead and give me a strength and medicine roll.
Oh, that's a fun combo. I have a 15.
Okay, so
Strength is +4. I don't think I actually have +2. I guess strength and medicine would be, so I'm not really proficient in medicine, so it would just be strength then,
it should be strength,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, so 19.
19, you kind of reach in and do that thing where you kind of like lift and pull up, and there is going to be the sound of like a xylophone worth of bone cracks inside of his lower back. He's gonna kind of just like turn to jello up against you. Oh, it never gets easier. What do you think? What do you think your mom brought back from the market?
Oh, probably an entire boar, knowing her.
Do you think she brought back any honey?
I put it on the list. We'll see.
You know, I'm proud of you, kiddo.
I'm proud of you too, Dad. Now let's get you to bed, okay? Here, you can lean on me.
I mean, okay, sure.
I saw how you were limping back there. Come on.
I stubbed my hoof.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't let any of the other workers see, okay?
Of course not.
All right. I hate them to think that the great Roastar, had to rely on his little girl.
Well, they're not that little. You're only like, what, a few inches taller than me now?
Yeah, you had a growth spurt. So what? Back in my day, I used to be almost a foot taller than you.
You've been shrinking.
Well, yeah, I've had like 2 ruptured discs. That's gonna take a couple of inches off you.
That's true.
Now, as you begin walking back through the tunnels toward the spot where you have your own area of the Labyrinth of Zenos carved out,
Go past a bunch of massive sculptures of Zeno,
yeah,
the fanciest femboy warrior.
yep, it's a different Zeno than the one in Shards, I'm pretty sure. And as you were doing that, you think that your father's worrying about his pride for no reason. There are very few other Minotaur inside of this labyrinth anymore. In fact, patrolling the halls of the labyrinth, what do you see? Like, what are the mechanized, the daemons?
Mechanical horrors, for lack of a better description. Few of them even attempt to look humanoid. What are essentially tanks with skittering feet patrol these hallways, flame-belching pipes at the top of them. This is Tyria's wheelhouse, but she doesn't even understand how half of this stuff works these days. She's worried about her mom's job, too. It's not much that's gonna need guarding at this point if these things can belch more and more fire.
Back when I was, in charge of setting up the traps and devising new strategies to keep, the great tomb of the Fey Wanderer safe, we didn't have any of this stuff. We had a couple of steam gorgons, the big bull-shaped ones. Maybe a shield guardian.
They still have those at the archive hall, I think. It's like a historical record.
Oh yeah, you can't go wrong with a good shield guardian. Those things are great. Even today, they're classic. Oh, I remember the...
Mouse isn't too bad.
No, your mouse is fine. Your mouse is fine. You have an eye for this. Like, look, I can look at what you've made, Tyria, and I can go, there's a frickin' mouse. What is that thing?
I have no idea.
It kind of looks like a mechanical scorpion with like a turret for ballista bolts on it. It kind of turns what kind of passes as a head toward you as you pass and makes a mechanical, like, echoing kind of noise at your direction, like it knows you're talking about it and isn't too pleased with it.
You awkwardly smile at it.
World's changing. Who am I kidding? You're gonna be fine, kid. You're smarter than I ever was. And you're tougher.
I can't deny it. Tougher, I'm not sure.
Tougher than your mom. And she's twice as tough as me.
Oh, don't let her hear that.
What's she gonna do?
You know how proud Mom is.
No, she's proud of you.
Aw.
I am gonna
Well.
miss the steam, though.
We can set up an automated steam bath for you.
Oh, a sauna would be great. Do you want to hit the bath later?
That would be great, yeah.
As soon as all of the topsiders stop using it, we should be able to sneak in.
Mm-hmm.
With that, you head toward the front of the Labyrinth of Zenos. Baths of steam belch out of the side, carrying you back toward your house. And as you pass through, we linger on the steam. And we're once again somewhere else. The steam rises, filling the entire chamber. Except that it is tinged with bluish green as it rises in these curls. Several figures work silhouetted against this mist, carrying bowls full of ichor. One of them carries a small wooden cage with a terrified chicken inside of it. They're all hooded. One, a masculine figure, steps forward and kneels at an altar. His eyes are wrapped with cloth. Shimmering, bright silk. Place it on the altar, he clucks out to one of the attendants, who opens the cage and grabs the chicken by the throat. Mystredo! Read the entrails. Make the cut.
She takes her ritual knife that's only used in this circle. Deep breath. And cuts the chicken.
It lets out one small squawk. Can you describe Mystredo as she cuts in? We will focus on a little bit of blood splatter up, but the camera will pan up at her, revealing what she looks like.
For all intents and purposes, Mystredo is a Medusa. She's a Gorgon. She has green hair. She's got her snakes are small. They live in her hair. It's not like the myth and her hair is all snakes. They're there, but they can hide. And for rituals, they are curious. They come out. So they're all kind of watching, looking, because in a way, she can gain some of their insight. It's very symbiotic. It's an interesting relationship between them. She has jewelry on to kind of help detract from the snakes, but to make herself more interesting looking. She's nervous, but she wants to do a good job.
So,
and she intently peers down.
You spill the chicken's organs out onto the ritual slab. And do you have, I believe with Circle of Sacrifice, you do get a spell.
Yep.
And that is Augury, right?
Yes. Yes.
So, would you like to cast Augury?
Yes, I would.
So it takes about a minute of peering at the entrails in front of you. And the way this works is you can ask about a specific course of action you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. However, this augury is going to be a bit special. This is going to work a bit beyond what you were looking. This is going to be looking at the circle's day. And you looking down are going to peer through the entrails and see weal and woe await you. Good and bad await you. Specifically, you see that something is coming with a message.
Did the snakes have anything to say? Are they just
So the snakes, what do they sound like when they talk?
they're whispery. They whisper.
What does this one
They
mean?
don't usually. Yeah.
Something secretive approaches. That one's us. You can tell right there. That one's us, right there. You see that right there? That one's it. That one's Mystredo. It is. Shut up. I'm just saying it's Mystredo.
Yes.
Shut up, Lenny. Sorry. I'm just saying that, look, that bit is shaped kind of like us. You see, it's all snaky. It's an intestine. Of course it looks like a snake. Oh, it could look like something else. It could look like a heart. It could look like a deer. It could look like a balloon. But have you ever seen a balloon? I did. I saw one made with a sheep's bladder sometime recently. It was at Parnassus's birthday party 2 years ago. Parnassus didn't invite her to his birthday party. Hates us. Hates Mystredo. Yes, he hates Mystredo. He does. Because she's a Gorgon. Now, sorry to bring it up. What do you see, Mystredo? Says Parnassus, the druid that has been placed in charge of your order. He is merely a human and keeps his eyes bound so that he can not be turned to stone as he shepherds your little leper colony of Gorgons.
I see a messenger coming with news that will bring great change. But it isn't good, it isn't bad, it's a choice. And it doesn't say which choice is the good and which choice is the bad. Possibly some of both with either choice.
So you see nothing of consequence then?
I see a messenger.
Keep your prophecies vague, then, Mystredo. It seems that you are being wishy-washy with them. It is good, it is bad. A message, then.
Yes.
Clean
Can
this
you see
mess
who the
up.
messenger is or maybe where it's from?
Can you make me a religion check? So augury is particularly vague, but this is a particularly potent augury, so I'll allow it.
Okay.
So it's religion. So it's your religion. So you're using your d20 plus your proficiency bonus plus your wisdom, because I'm pretty sure you're proficient in religion.
Yes, I am. think I took that. Yes, I did take religion. So proficiency bonus. Okay. Ooh, how does 21 sound?
As you look down at the table before you, you're going to see the message, the blood is going to start to pool. The top of the altar is ancient. It's very weathered from centuries of sacrifice. But all of the blood is going to start draining toward you. It's going to start to dribble down at your feet. And as it does, you are going to just hear a millisecond of a flutter. And then suddenly something is going to dart out of the shadows of your ritual chamber. And the chicken's entrails are going to be scooped up. And in the darkness, you can just barely make out the talons of an owl. You have no idea how it got in here. But the owl is a sign of the Altio, the Fates, the kind ones. The gods.
It's a message from the Fates.
The gods outside of the gods. The Fates.
Yes.
I suppose we don't have to clean this up then if the owl has done the job. I will reflect on this. Return to your chambers.
I think it's a message for me.
Oh. You are...
The blood came towards me. Everyone else saw it.
It's true. Grand Druid, I did see it as well. You hear the voice of your mentor, Shifa. It did seem to pull toward Mystredo. Then perhaps you will have an interesting fate today, Mystredo. Retire to your daily prayer and service work. We will watch how the day unfolds.
Yes, sir.
And with that, you stand up and begin to head back toward your chambers. On a branch outside of the ritual room, you see the owl munching away at its meal. Owls fly silently, but as you pass, this one ruffles its feathers slightly, cleaning itself. It is caked in blood, and it looks at you as you pass. And as it does, it ruffles its feathers again, and we see the wings extend, and we focus on them. The sound of wings beating, and then the sound of something powerful screeching. A dragon. Forn, you wake up You're inside of a ship's hold, traveling across to Arkos. It pitches back and forth. And you don't really sleep anymore. But sometimes you drift in and out of consciousness, into memory. You remember blackness, and you remember that scream, and you remember the woman. Her skin was as dark as stained wood, her eyes shining and golden. Her smile curved and wicked, and her teeth strangely sharp. Long. Her hair was broad and curled in tight kinks that held itself aloft, almost as if it had its own gravity. She was covered from head to toe in the markings of the Okokan priesthood. Rings of gold spiraled around every appendage and her throat. "You," she said with a smile, "you belong to me now. Go. Take this life you've been given. I want to see what Emrys has planned for the Isles. And I want to see what it means for us. Do you understand?"
Yeah, I understand.
Little one, I will pray for you. But you had better hope that your work is worthwhile. Because when I stop praying for you, when those whose prayers keep that pathetic body animated stop praying for you, you will be cast back into the blinding blackness of death forever. There will be no resurrection. There will be no reincarnation. There will be no Elysian fields walking alongside the orphan. You will just cease forever. This is why you do not try to steal from Okoka. You belong to us now.
You really aren't that different from Emrys, are you? People are just your playthings. Don't worry, I'll do what you want.
Playthings. You misunderstand. Emrys steals. Emrys pillages. I am taking this pathetic husk in front of me and recycling it into something useful and good.
Dude,
Go-
where have I heard that before?
Your false bravado is very funny. Does it cover up your wounded pride? No. I will check in on you from time to time. A little something to remember me by. And at that moment, she put her hand upon your chest, and you felt fire burn through it, branding you deeply with a searing black tattoo. It still itches. And there in the bowels of the ship, it itches particularly. Hey, buddy. A guy sitting across in the hold looks over at you. You alright? You were making some noises in your sleep. This big half-orc dude with one tusk up kind of like looks your direction. Kind of scowls at you.
Yeah, fine.
So, that's good. I was worried you might have had, like, you know, the sleeping sickness, or, Cause you're coming from, like, the northeast, right? Same as me, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, what brings you back to Arkos?
Oh. No, some party, something.
Oh, you gone to a party?
Some money. Party, some money was involved. That's about what I remember. That's all I cared about, really.
Oh yeah. You don't look Arkosian, if you don't mind me saying so. I mean, that maybe you're an albino. I don't know. You're pretty pale, though. You know, those Arkosians that I've seen are pretty tan. They're, quite studly.
Oh, you've been there before.
Oh yeah. Yeah. An entertainer like myself. I'm Warwick, by the way. Warwick the Silent. I mean, not right now. When I travel around with my troupe, just trying to do the best I can.
But you know all the fun spots then, though, don't you?
Oh yeah. Where are you headed to? Let's see, this boat's going straight to Siopoli, I think, and then Pedia. So, you're probably going to one of those places. If you're going to Pedia, Pedia's got some of the best brothels. I kid you not. There's this one place called One Hand, Two Hand, Red Hand, Blue Hand. It is to die for. It's ran by a Triton lady and her husband, this dwarf, and then it's managed by their other partner, who's, I want to say, a non-binary tree person, but I didn't really want to, it's not my business. Seemed nice, though. Did a lot of gardening. And, it's a nice place, though. Besides that, there's, let's see. Oh! The Lower Depths. The Lower Depths, one of the best brothels and chicken wing establishment.
That's so.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, they make you use a handball with lemon after, because you don't want to mix the spicy with the spicy, if you get my drift.
That I do.
If you leave there with a burning sensation, you want it to be an earned one. There's my guy. I don't know what you're into, but I tell you, between those two places, you are set.
I'll make sure to check them out in my free time that I'll hopefully get.
Oh yeah, at the very least, you gotta go by the Lower Depths, just for the chicken wings.
Are they that good?
Honestly, I think they do the brothel thing for fun. Because they make enough on the wings, they don't gotta.
Interesting.
Right, yeah. No, they've even got some weird birds in there. You know, and it's not, you know, it's not like, yeah, I'm really sleepy. I'm sorry. It's been a long voyage. It's not like one of those places where you're like, oh, is this chicken or is this cockatrice? It's not cockatrice. Although for a while they had a special where they were doing rock. It was real expensive, about 10 gold a drumstick.
Wow, that is quite expensive for a
But it's a
drumstick.
rock. It's a rock, right? The drumstick's about
True.
the size of your frickin' torso. They did a
Now I'm
dry
just getting
rub.
hungry.
Oh yeah, me too, buddy. Me too. So what do you do for a job?
Oh, well, this and that. Whoever
Yeah.
pays me the most gold. Maybe steal. Kill a
Oh,
few people.
oh, you're a ninja.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
I met a ninja once. A Kunoichi. She was nice. Yeah. And she stabbed me. She was still nice after that, though. Oh,
Wait,
well.
why'd she stab you if she was nice?
Oh, well, I mean, she looked just like her sister, and we were dating at the time, and I made it.
Ah,
I thought there was a family reunion in this little village, and I showed up. You know, I wanted to just, I mean, she was pretty curvy. She had a great badonk, and I decided to go grab it. And it turned out it wasn't her. But then it turned out the sister was into it, and it was a real thing. You know. I guess
she only stabbed you once?
No, yeah, no, we were pretty close. Yeah.
Okay.
Besides, she doesn't want to deprive the world of my talents. I mean, you know, I am. And I mean this modestly. One of the greatest mimes in history.
Oh, I'll have to check out your act then.
Oh yeah, I can get trapped in a box like you wouldn't believe. See what I mean?
Yeah, really good. That's really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch some Z's. Wake me, I'm gonna catch some Zetas. Catch me up when we're in Pedia.
All right, I'll do just that.
Oh yeah, what was
Go
your
to
name?
sleep.
What was your name again? Your Ninja Bob?
Forn's the name.
Forn. Forn. Rhymes with one of my favorite words. Love me some corn. All right. Good night, Forn.
Night, Warwick.
And there, after talking to him, you look down, you see the missive, the scroll that was delivered to you that day. It still hangs on your hip, a symbol of your invitation. Each of you will receive this. Mystredo, you head back to your quarters. There is a flutter of wings around you as your mentor approaches you to try to speak. Suddenly, the sun almost seems to blot itself out, as out of nowhere, this fluttering of feathers surrounds you. Tyria, there is a knock at your door when you and your father sit down to eat, and the sound of dozens of wings. Gwylan, as you approach the ship, more guards stood there, waiting to impound it and capture you. And between you, there was the fluttering of black wings. And Deianera, as your mother brought you back into the village, there was the flutter of wings. And each of you, a figure who vaguely looked like an old woman, a young woman, or a child, depending on which of you it is, wearing a dark black-brown cloak, appeared, and in an echoing voice handed you a scroll. You have been summoned, you have been summoned, you have been summoned, you have been summoned by the whims of the Altio. Travel to Castelos, to the court of King Manos, and fulfill the vow of fate that has been made for you. The passage is clear. Fulfill your destiny. The scroll was handed to you, Deianera, to you, Gwylan, as well to Inone, to Tyria, to Mystredo, and Forn. And together, you would unite in just a few days on the docks of the city of Pythia. That is a story we will continue after this quick break. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. Folks, welcome back. This is the part of the program where we're going to talk to the chat for 5 minutes. So welcome to game 1. You guys having fun?
Woo! Yeah, so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love intros. They're so much fun.
They're so good.
They're very fun, and it's really good to be able to like go through and to, like meet everybody. Now that said, we are going to be moving through the intro section, and we are going to be doing like other stuff this game besides just your intros. But I want you to know, for those of you who haven't played in a lot of the homebrew games, quick reminder that unlike the games that are designed for like our module based ones, our homebrew ones, there is going to be a lot of give and take, and we do a lot of flashbacks. So if you're like, oh, I didn't get to spend much time with like Tyria's dad, don't worry. Just because he's gone doesn't mean he's gone.
Oh my
I
gosh.
mean, he could be gone though.
He
He's like
could be
right
gone.
on the edge.
He's just
Baby.
Yeah.
he moved to fantasy
Baby
Florida.
Deianera. Baby full Deianera. Oh my god.
Aw.
I can't wait for that.
Baby full Forn. What?
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 Nay.
I mean, you're reanimated. You could have been anything before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't
I
know.
guess this was true.
You don't know. You don't know. So folks, anybody have any questions, comments, concerns, anything? About...
There's just a question from the chat from Nono32
What's up?
324 right now. By the way, what happened to the homebrew rules regarding the fated roles? I seem to remember that from session.
Oh yeah, I
0.
gotta put that up on the. Hold on, I'll put that on my to-do list to put on our site. So do update
We have a lot of to-dos.
homebrew. Post Strix edit Technocracy, because tomorrow is Technocracy rebroadcast. And tonight, by the way, everybody tonight, if you're on the Patreon, tonight is the rebroadcast, or no, it's the broadcast of episode 5 of Jen's Technocracy game. So the top row here goes and takes a quick shower and then puts on our other costume and then comes back in like 2 hours.
And eats.
And
Because
eats,
we're
yeah.
in the time period of lunch and dinner that we're streaming. So, we need to fit 2 meals in one.
Yep.
I
So
thought I should
the
have
way
you.
fated roles work is I gotta remember. I gotta post episode 0 as well. Post episode 0. Half of my life is video editing now, guys. It's sad. By the way, if you want to help that life be supported, join Patreon at patreon.com/dorktales, because it's a lot of work. I just put that out here. God, that was my thing this week. I was like, oh yeah, Arkos is this week. I've got the plot. I know kind of what's going on. I just need to do like the Roll20 stuff. A big thank you to our buddy James Otheon for doing some map stuff that won't come up later. Thanks, James.
Nice.
But like, I'm like, oh yeah, it's fine. I got it set up. And then I like started setting up for it on Friday, and I was like, oh yeah, a new game is at least 40 hours of work. Just tweaking last minute graphics on my end, tweaking little overlay details, getting the music set up. Oh my God, guys, it has been like nonstop the last 3 days, just getting Arkos ready. I love it.
Kelly pointed out that I spelled the name of my character many different places. So he was like, Robin, what's your actual character spelling name?
Well, and then the fun thing was,
Oops.
I freaked out earlier because I was looking at one of the things I had for Gwylan, and I still had her listed as a sorcerer. And I was like, do I have to redo all the overlays? Do I have to redo everything? And it's like, no, I had to use a rogue. And I'm like, oh, thank God. Oh God, that would have added like an hour to my day just going back and
I'm sorry.
rebuild. No, but it was fine. By the way,
Yeah,
also,
but I'm sorry you had the stress.
it's okay. It turned out to be nothing, so I was just like, yeah. 40 hours of tweaking, you know how it is. Besides that, I do want to also say that you're all amazing. Also, if anybody wants to multi-class, so long as you hit the requirements, that's fine. Just let me know. Please let me know when you level, like at the end of a session, so that I have a week or two to go and update the overlays. So don't do it at the beginning of a session and be like, "Hi, I want to multi-class this session," because that'll take me like a half hour to update the overlays. So. Also, hello raid from Castas. Noot noot. All right. Hey folks, we're just wrapping up our chat break. So we're going to be heading back into game in just a minute. Welcome to episode 1 of Dreams of Arkos, our Greco-Roman homebrew game. That is using some rules from Mystic Odysseys of Theros and Odyssey of the Dragon Lords, which, once again, we're not sponsored by Modifius, although Modifius, sponsor us. If you want to check out a really, a dope-ass book, go check out not Mystic Odysseys, it's fine. But Odyssey of the Dragon Lords is fantastic. And I believe the player options are free online, or they're pretty easy. Also, Tyria, I have fixed your background bit. So your curse transformation only occurs outside of labyrinths.
Oh, okay.
It is a curse
kinda
to
cute.
keep you working in the labyrinth.
I think I need to be level 5 for it still, don't I? Let's check the sheet.
Yeah, it's when that
Hilarious
happens.
you get a curse at level 5.
Well, because then you're just a
It's like
peon.
level 5. Well, welcome to being cursed, gremlin. Now you're a cow.
It's puberty.
Beautiful.
It's
It's puberty.
Oh my gosh, Minotaur puberty.
It's bovine growth hormone.
Minotaur.
Are you there, Zeus? It's me, Tyria.
Are you serious?
The Zeus is goose. Hey, catchy cantrips. Things
Oh,
are going
no.
pretty well, guys. It's episode 1. We're having a lot of fun. Yeah. I'll wear.
Yeah,
don't
this
worry,
character's gonna be great.
just every time it comes up, like Tyria, look out, Tyria.
Yeah,
I
I'm
will
only,
kill you.
um,
I will scare
Yeah.
you with my tiny little twirly. This is not going to work well, but I'm going to try. All of you are playing with fire. I just need
Yeah,
2
we're
more
wearing
levels.
red.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
Thankfully, I think the two of us can run pretty fast.
Yeah, I have a 45 speed movement. Nay.
Nay,
Can
nay.
you
I got 40,
outrun a homunculus that I can cast spells through? Angry
Well.
cow spells?
Well.
Don't have a
well.
cow, Millie.
Oh my god, stop
Oh.
fucking around. I know one of you's got beef,
Oh.
but really.
Where's the beef? Oh my god.
Kelly, quick
I'm just gonna
question.
flip it at this point. I'm out.
For the purpose of
just
multi-class,
can't.
do you know what level ideally you would be going to for this campaign?
Minimum 12.
Minimum 12? Okay. That's just good because trying to figure out, like, oh, if I want to get something,
Right.
and then you're like, oh, I'm multi-classed, and then, oh, crap, I'm not going to get that thing that I was hoping for. So, thank you. Because I was being multi-classing, but I also want to look at Ranger and see what they get.
I
to a
think
certain
you
level and
totally
see if there's
totally
anywhere-
consider it. The level adjustments are going to be pretty quick. We're going to be doing the level adjustments that we kind of do with a lot of our event series homebrews. So like Reign of Emery's had a pretty like boom 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 like every 3 to 4 episodes.
Yeah.
So you're probably going to hit level 4 by the time you make it to the castle.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, because I get nothing at level 9. I want to get to at least level 5 to get my extra attack, and then I'll probably look at multi-classing potentially after that.
Fair.
Because 2
All right.
attacks.
So, folks, we got to head back
Right.
into game right now. But in the meanwhile, if you want to do fan art, I love fan art. Join our Discord, damn it. And check out all the other games that we
PR
have.
Multiverse has also been doing a couple little quick sketches.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in our broadcast spoilers for
I
Arkos.
love Professor
There's been
Multiverse. He's such a
tagging
cool
out.
dude. Multiverse, you're cool. Stay cool. Let's see. What else we got? Drink Bones Coffee. Use code DorkTales. Join the Patreon because I want you to. And because I make a living doing it. So to pay me. And stick around and enjoy the game. Give us a follow. And if you're watching for the first time on YouTube, hit the sub button. I like it when you submit or subscribe, whatever it is. Submit. So saith Zeus.
Oh,
So saith Uwoos.
well. Oh, woos.
So-
Why did I do this? Why have I unleashed this upon the world?
Because,
Because I'm me. I'm me. Also, if enough of you like complain, I will eventually run Keys to the Golden Vault, specifically because there's an Illithid private eye called Ignatius Inkblot.
It's amazing.
And I just-
the roll 20 icon is fantastic.
It's the best
Yeah.
thing that Wizards of the Coast has ever done in their existence. I got
I
nothing.
want to know more about that game and the setting.
Right.
It's heists.
because I
it's-
mean
it-
Rudy Giuliani might be appropriate for it.
No,
No,
we don't allow any
No.
Giulianis in the game. All right. So,
He's a one shot only.
that's really good coffee, though. Like, I'm not just saying that. Okay. All right, folks. Let's head back into game. Oh, that's right. The Spelljammer Flum. Ooh, I just kicked the thing with my toe. Oh yeah, there's a bar on this table. I forgot about that. All right. All right. So let me adjust my laurels. No time to rest on them. There we go. Got to push them back just a tiny bit, and there we go. All right. Y'all is ready to head back into the dreams of Arkos.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's head back in. Welcome back to the Dreams of Arkos, here on Dork Tales. Your travel took a bit of time. Following the instructions that were in the scroll given to you by the Altio, you all made your way toward the island of Pythia. Pythia, of course, being one of the northern islands there inside of Arkos. Part of the Pythian League, the powerful, political ones who dealt with the continent of Argeny to the north. Now, Pythia is... well, what is it known for, in your opinion? It's mercantile, it's well-to-do, shipbuilders, and what else is there that catches your eye?
Probably a lot of very good commerce, like a good market for all sorts of things.
All right.
I imagine a variety of food from all over the place.
There
Really
is...
hoping
yeah.
they've got a good smuggling
Food,
trade.
fabrics,
Sorry,
you know,
trade.
lots of
business.
trade.
Absolutely. Purple marble also is mined from, or is, I think it's mined, right? You mine marble. Is acquired.
Weapons?
Yeah.
Are there very good craftsmen there?
Sure. That sounds good to me. A lot of ornamental stuff. I'm going to say that Pythia is particularly wealthy. They have a very colorful kind of lifestyle there. And as you are making your way through there for the first time, walking through the streets of Pythia, you're going to notice that all of the doors of every building are painted in bright garish colors. A neon green, an olive green, a cerulean blue, a garish pink. They are not shy about this. Nearby, you can see that there is a statue of Arkos, the god of valor, covering up his many scars. It's an ancient portrait of him that shows him before the burning times, there with the notches along his flesh from his fight with Yominger, the World Eater. He's nude, holding the helmet of Arkos in front of himself, we will say, as his wounds from battle are squirting water into the fountain.
That's the sight.
Nearby, you know what? I'm pulling up the god list. We're going to see what other god statues are nearby. Religion to the wiki. All right. To the wiki. Can I get somebody to roll me a d20?
D20.
I got you covered.
Go.
I got you a 4.
Come.
I got you
That's a
13.
chorus. What'd you get?
13.
13, 5, 6, 7, 8,
sorry.
10, 11, 12, 13. Oh my god. Nearby, in kind of a shady alcove, you can see a mother praying before this giant bird mask with long craned nose, with this kind of sickly mist billowing out from the nostrils. It smells strongly of incense, of strong potpourris and poultices, and as she holds up a sick child to it, please help me, Zenos. Please take my child's illness. I'm not from Pythia. I don't know what this accent is. It's me, Maria. I have always prayed to you. Anybody else want to roll to see what other statues are around here that are kind of catching your eye?
Sure.
I rolled a 10.
Yeah.
I rolled
Okay.
a 20.
You rolled a 20? Okay. So let's see. So that's Zenos. So a 10. Boop, boop. Well, now I have to ask, Deianera, did you travel to the city by yourself? Or did you travel with allies?
She probably traveled to the city with allies, so she probably traveled with her aunt and Scylla.
Is it Scylla or Kyla?
Kyla.
Okay.
Kyla. It's Kyla.
Okay. So
Yeah.
as you are headed through, you are going to hear the sound of music playing around the city. You're going to hear the sound of just life all around you. This is quite a city. And as you look around, you can see over by a series of painted violet marble stairs. No, they're not painted. That's actually violet marble that leads up. There are a dozen people in their late teens and early 20s in all states of disarrayed clothing. We're talking humans, elves, orcs, dwarves, gnomes, halflings, and even a couple of spriggants, tree people, writhing carnally with each other on the steps in the middle of town, while a woman and you think a man? If it is a man, it's a very slight, boyish man, wearing a full face of gorgeous makeup. Both of them are going around with an amphora, filling cups with this vibrant, blushing wine that the revelers are going to just be chugging as they continue their bacchanal. Your aunt will go, leave it to Pythia to have a temple of Basia right out in the open like this. Disgraceful. Look, you can see their udders.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Look at that one.
How disrespectful.
Right there. Her breasts are the size of a cow's. There's no way she could fire a bow. Your aunt says with a bit of spite. She would lose a nipple. The nipple would reach the enemy before the arrow.
Now, aunt, that is no way to judge.
You know how I feel about being here. Deianera, these people, the Pythians are weak. And now we find ourselves in Pythia? This is not...
It's what the fates...
The fates. You need to be back at the Ipodynami.
I know.
The tribe needs you.
And I know, but I need to do this, and I will return to assume my duty.
She has a point, Kyla will say. The tribe needs you. We all...
She will pointedly, do that angry swish of her tail, like horses do.
We all need you,
Yeah.
She says with a bit more inflection on the need. Whether or not in your anger you catch it is something different. So you're going to walk by that revelry. Meanwhile, down further along, as you make your way toward the meeting place where you are all to begin the true beginning of your journey. That is 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay. That is... You rolled a 20, Trez? Forn,
Yep,
as you were walking through the square, Warwick is going to kind of tag along with you. Like, yeah, so basically, if you're trying to, I'm going to swing by Red Hand, Blue Hand, real quick and see if this. Oh, there's this fantastic sea elf there. I guess he's the Blue Hand, but I'm going to go see if he's still there. Oh no. Hey, I would cut across the road here. You don't want to be around those missionaries. He points nearby where you can see several Orkeshians. So the Orcish people, various shades of green and brown flesh, covered in togas. Many of them are wearing lengths of broken chains around them. And in front, there are a couple of like big, strapping, like 7-foot tall orc men. And then in front of them, this 5'2" half orc girl. Broad tusks reaching over her lips, the tusks ringed with all sorts of paint to make them stand out against her dark lips. She calls out, "People of Pyria, you hold lesser people in bondage. You must cleanse yourself of this sin. None of you, no one, should hold dominion over another, either through capitalistic endeavors or outright slavery. You find yourselves in the position of a master of servants. The breaker of chains will not look kindly upon you in this life or the next. You there, with the mask. Do you understand servitude?"
More than you realize.
Then perhaps you should rebel against your masters, friend.
Oh, I plan to, once I find a way.
Perhaps the way is inside of you the entire time. Here. And she hands you a small pamphlet. For you, the benefit of strength. Shigar looks out for you. May she break your chains and help you break your own. Bring war to the oppressors, friend. Burn them in their homes.
Well, I like your style.
Be free! And burn the oppressors! She's just gonna, you're gonna see some of the guards are getting a little nervous. Generally, the breaker of chains isn't usually very welcome in places, which is why they kind of show up as missionaries. They're great to party with, though. I will say, if you don't mind getting arrested and maybe hanged, they're great to party with.
Great to hang around with, huh?
Well, if you like clerics of war and fire, yes. Mystredo, roll me a d20.
Let's go. 5.
5. All right, so that is a nice, easy one. As you arrive from Gorgo, how are you keeping your hood up and kind of keeping yourself hidden?
Yeah, because, I mean, snakes.
That's
You know.
fair.
Yeah.
So as you, what are you doing? This is your first time in a large city.
Well, it's doing her best not to call too much attention to herself, because again, she doesn't want to really. She'd rather observe before participating, kind of things. Just wants to get to where she's going and see what's in store. But so far, it looks like they're fairly open. But she's not going to take the chance and go without her hood.
So as you are wandering around, you're going to see a very wizened, pointy-nosed man sitting amidst 2 young children in a small, recessed forum. He has a medallion around his neck of a pair of outstretched books, almost like the wings of a bird. And he's telling a story, it appears. Ghost children, once upon a time, in the land of Velloria, a fierce war broke out between the dragons and human kingdoms. The Dragon War, as it would become known, was a battle of dominance, with both sides seeking to control the vast lands and resources of Velloria. The dragons, mighty and majestic creatures, possessed incredible power and wisdom. They ruled over skies and mountains, revered by some, feared by many. However, as they grew in strength, they began to encroach, and the humans feared the loss of their own territories. Behold, for their forth came one known as the Great Red Worm. The most formidable dragon to ever have existed, some say. With scales as hard as steel and flames that could scorch the earth, he was a force to be reckoned with. He possessed an ancient knowledge born from a time long lost, and had witnessed countless wars. Through magic, they say, he had gazed back at the fall of the first dragons. He saw the dragons' war as a test of strength, a battle to preserve the honor and legacy of his own kind and to restore them. Who knows how the battle ended? One of the children will raise their hand. Yes. Atropolos. The Golden Star. The Golden Star. You are correct, although slightly mistaken. What did it directly lead to? You. Girl in the hood who's watching very intently. Do you know?
Do I know?
Make me a history roll.
Okay. Let me check my history. 1 second. It's gonna be. Oh, you're gonna be like that, are you? Do I have history? I got 1 point in history. Okay.
I just do this to make the wiki people like have aneurysms, guys.
Yeah.
Kelly, how can you give the history of a game
11.
that's still going?
Yeah.
11? 11? The Burning Times.
Yeah. Oh. It's just, I believe that was the Burning Times.
That is correct. Ah, yes, the moment where even the gods themselves were scorched by divine fire. But of course, that is another story. So, let us speak of the fall of Tylongrad, also known as Old Talos. So, and then he'll continue his story, allowing you to move in peace. As you are walking through the streets, Tyria, did you go there by yourself?
Oh yeah, almost certainly.
All right.
I think of her family, her brother's probably too busy being intoxicated, and I don't think the other two would travel.
Fair.
Doesn't really know anyone else, so she's just wandering. Actually, quick question: has
Yeah.
she encountered any other minotaurs while out here?
I'm gonna roll a d20 on a 20 you have. Nope.
Then she might actually be under the influence of a disguised self to try to just blend in a little.
Okay. As you are going,
Not to intimidate any of the smaller species.
someone's gonna bump into you as you're going through the crowd, and you're going to hear, "Hey, watch it." What do you look like?
In the disguise?
Yeah.
Probably a somewhat large orcish woman.
"Hey, watch it, Greenie." You hear a gruff little satyr say up to you.
Yes, that's right. I definitely know what green looks like. My apologies.
"What? Look, are you gonna buy some olives or what?" You realize that you've kind of been looking around with wide eyes and have backed up into an olive cart. "Look, I've got Calamata olives, I've got green up."
No, thank you.
"What kind of orc doesn't like olives?"
terrible one.
You drive a hard bargain. I'll give you a discount of 10% off of any olives.
Do they look good?
They look pretty fresh, actually.
Yeah, you know what? She'll buy some olives.
Okay, cool. You can get a thing of olives. They also have some grape leaf wrapped little what are those things called? You know what I'm talking about? The
Grape leaf wrapped.
domites. They're like.
Oh, okay.
So
Snacks.
and to get some snacks. It's like a pate wrapped
that
in
sounds
grape
good.
leaf.
Yeah. She'll wander around snacking, looking at stuff. Like very clearly someone who has no idea where or what anything is.
I've got fresh cheese over here, made from fresh curds. Fresh curds over here. I've got French fries.
Awkwardly giving the cheese a wide berth for some reason.
I've got lactose pills if you're cheesy intolerant. So there's going to be you're going to kind of bump into someone else as you're kind of backing up. And as you do, someone's like, did someone say my name? And a huge girl is standing there, kind of actually ears kind of similar to Tyria's actual ears, but with kind of a broad, slightly bovine nose, with much smaller than Tyria's, but it's more like just kind of the slight fur of a fur bog will be standing next to you. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to bump into you.
No trouble.
Wow, you seem nice. Oh, olives. Where did you find the olives? I would love some olives.
This delightful cart just over there.
Thank you so
Gonna give
much.
Cheesy Brie a little pat on the head as she wanders off.
I really want some olives.
No, it's a fun throwback. You're a dork.
They think I'm a minotaur. She's gonna say as she walks past, not using her disguised self for a change. She doesn't look like a minotaur at all.
No.
All right, so as you are wandering through, is there anything that you're particularly doing just besides buying snacks, Tyria?
Oh no, just entirely going to wherever she is supposed to go and try not to cause any trouble en route or to crack any tiles on the road.
Nice.
So walking carefully.
Nice. All right, so as you are walking, Amy, roll me a d20.
That would be a 10.
A 10. Ooh, boy, that's rough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, as you are wandering through town, it's you, Inone, and do you think that Cyril would have come with you, or would he have dropped you off and gone back to piracy?
He's gone back to piracy. He's working. He really wants to be a sky pirate someday, so he can't slack.
No, you got to really work at that. So it's you and Inone walking through. Inone's kind of swept her hair back into a long braid that kind of hangs down to the center of her back and is just wandering. The two of you are going to step by the writhing stairs of Basir. What do you think of that? Huh.
I don't know how they contort into those. How did? You know, I'm not gonna ask.
That's talent. So do you want to head straight to the dock, or do you want to stop anywhere around here, buddy?
I'm curious what this is all about, because I've got other stuff I need to do.
Holy shit.
So if we can get this over with. What?
Testamian centaurs. Look. She's gonna gesture ahead where 3 centaurs are walking through the street. You never see those guys off their island, especially here. Ridiculous. Actually,
Right,
I'm
right there.
ridiculous, a guy says as he walks by. I hate that guy.
Yeah, especially if he makes that joke every time.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're going to the docks?
We're going to the docks.
Let's go to the docks.
Well, at least we get to stare at. You ever wonder if they just like poop as they walk like horses?
You know, it's never crossed my mind. But
Maybe you should ask.
probably? I'm not gonna ask someone how they poop.
I'm just joking with you. Jeez. Are you hungry?
Well, now that we've been talking about poop, no.
I don't know.
Actually, no, who am I kidding? I never don't have an appetite. There's
As-
nothing I can turn off my... Yeah, let's go.
Let's see you can get the best thing. And she walks through the market and starts, as she's going, she bumps into, oh, I'm very sorry. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I love that outfit on you. Wow. Who does your hair? And is going to turn around and have a full plate of food. Olive?
Yeah, sure.
I've got olives, keftedes, and even some tomates. Oh, and a little bit of tapenade and some truffle oil for dipping.
Sure. Hit me up.
What can you get? I'd love something to drink.
Okay, fine. And Gwylan's gonna go and try and do some sleight of hand
Do
to
it.
snag some lunch.
She rolled a 26 on her
Yeah.
sleight of hand to steal food, which is just, you know, gotta keep one jump.
That'll be an 18 on the sleight of hand.
An 18. All right. How do you go about this, and what are you grabbing? Do you grab water? Do you grab wine? Do you grab a bit of juice? Like, what are you in the mood for? There's also, of course, like there's wheat ale from Apesh. There's, which is kind of rough because Apesh is mostly an island chain now too. So.
Yeah. Probably gonna go for some wine and something. I think she wants like something with a good crunch to it. If there's any.
Oh, some olives and some charcuterie. Yeah.
Yeah. Get some of that.
So, looking around, you are going to grab a small amphora of wine, about a liter's worth. Just kind of like pluck it and pivot around. Can you do me a favor and roll me a d10 to see what you get?
That's a 7.
7. So with a little boop, you'll take a quick sniff of it, and it is a Malagosia, a white wine with tropical fruit and floral characteristics.
Lovely.
So it's definitely like it's very floral, very, very much like it's kind of grandma wine, but it'll get you. It's got a kick.
Nice. I think as she's doing this, she's also like dropping coppers into people's pockets that she's stealing from. It's
Okay.
not enough to cover the food, of course, but you know, just kind of offset it a bit.
A little bit back. Okay.
Or alternatively, a taunt, depending on how you perceive it.
That sounds great. And you'll also get some like some almonds, some nuts, some macadamias, things like that, and start being able to snack as you go.
Oh, perfect.
What's your passive perception, Tyria?
Give me a moment. I don't think it's very much.
What's your passive perception, Mystredo?
12.
12? Okay. So, Tyria, as you are wandering through, some of your food, you go through your food faster than you thought. You picked up these little meatballs called keftades, something like that. And, oh, they're really good, but you thought you got 12 of them, and there's only like 6 on your plate. Maybe you dropped some? But that woman said something
Probably.
really nice about your hair.
Aw. Say back awkwardly, thanks, I made it myself.
It looks really good. Mystredo, what do you have on your passive perception?
I believe she is just 12. Yeah,
12?
she
Okay.
is just a PP 12. Yeah.
So, so as you are going by, you'll see as well that there are a trio of centaurs making their way through the crowd, and people are kind of parting for them, giving them a bit of a look. What is your passive intimidation, Deianera? So 10 plus your intimidation score.
Passive intimidation would be 16.
People are moving out of your way. And as you are going forward, you're going to see that there is a white-haired man in a mask talking to some chain breakers on the corner. And looks like they're chatting, and he turns around to leave. And that reminds me, any of you bastards here, any of you Pythians, any of you Carassians, the harm that you do to Minotaur kind as well needs to be stopped. Set them free. The races that have served under you need to serve no more, they call out, kind of as Tyria is getting closer. Tyria, you start to feel a little bit of a little sweat on your lip hearing that. But they're not looking directly at you until one of them turns and points directly at you. You, sister!
Yes?
What say you? Where are you coming out of, sister?
Corassus?
Carassus? You're not one of those temple owners or labyrinth merchants, are you?
No, certainly not.
When you go back to Carassus, you give them hell for all of our brothers and sisters with horns down in the labyrinth, slaving away, bleeding away, protecting a bunch of bones.
Just gonna look around and see how many people are looking in this direction.
Most people are trying not to make eye contact with the Ylos versions of anarchist Hare Krishnas.
Yeah, I mean, she's pretty stoked on discovering anarchist Hare Krishnas, so I think that she might, legit knowing that there's at least someone here who would probably not be alarmed at the existence of a Minotaur, just straight up gonna drop it. And go, you're very cute.
That's what I'm talking about, this little orc says. Damn straight. You go back there. Good, you escaped.
I mean, I did just walk out the door.
Well, don't let any of their
I did have to
curses or
fix the
dark
door
magics.
first.
Yeah, so we can hit them on the way out, no less. That's brave. Look at this one.
Curses?
Yeah, the way they keep your folk in mind and in line.
We're cursed?
Yeah. They didn't even bother to tell you, did they?
Never heard of it before. I thought we were just cursed with good lucks. Not much of a curse, is it?
Looks like a blessing to me.
Well,
What do you say, Trog? The orc next to her looks you up and down. What's your charisma score?
it's some.
I think it's like
13?
15. He looks you up and down. I mean, you're pretty fit.
Yes.
Those,
I do, however, have somewhere to be. Do you have like a little one of those small books?
Oh yeah, we got like, here's a pamphlet. He'll hand it to you.
Thank you. Keep up the good work. Certainly interesting meeting you.
Yeah, if you come back by Pythia, I don't know, you fancy guys with big tusks. He'll smile at you, kind of.
I don't know that I've met many with tusks before. It's quite enchanting. Could pat him on the head.
Oh, you've got warm hands, nice and soft. Smell a bit like motor oil, though.
It's all the motor oil. Well, I think it's from olives.
Oh, well, makes sense.
Well, gonna awkwardly do a little salute and then pirouette
yeah.
and walk back off towards wherever she's supposed to be going.
Couldn't even get her sending stone number, could you? Look, I tried, but she seemed like she had somewhere to be, and I didn't want to. We're gonna get you laid one of these days, bro. It's fine. All right, get back to work. That is one chain we're not breaking anytime soon.
So many cute little people here. Aw.
All right, so, as you make your way down by the dockyard, each of you are going to see that there's a large pier there. Number of ships kind of milling around the side. You are supposed to be meeting one particular ship there. And as the day gets darker outside, there we go. You can hear the sound of the city kind of fade out behind you as you reach the edge of the dock. Now, it's a wood and stone dock that juts out into the middle of the sea. And from there, as you head out, the docks are going to be sloshing up ahead of you. You are to be meeting one Captain Kelle, the captain of the Dragon's Dare. At birth, Beta 5. There is no ship parked in that location yet, or moored in that location. But you will see that there are a trio of centaurs sitting around, well, kind of standing around, waiting.
I was gonna say standing.
Forn, you as well are going to approach and see that a trio of centaurs are waiting exactly where you are supposed to be meeting the ship.
Oh, you all waiting for the boat too?
Did you also receive a missive from the Fates?
Forn will
Strange
pull it out and
masked man. Don't generally trust people that keep masks on. They always have something to hide.
oh, I guess that's a fair point. Usually when we do, we don't want to be recognized, depending on the work we do.
And what work do you do?
Steal a little of this, maybe some killing here and there. Depends who's paying.
Ah, so you're a mercenary of sorts. No. My people don't really believe in that sort of work, but I guess who am I to judge? Deianera.
I don't. Forn's the name. He'll stick out his hand.
Yeah, Deianera will reach down to shake.
You're a princess, that's who. Kyla will say.
Kelle.
Oh, royalty? Oh, I'm sorry. Forn will bow.
Please, don't.
Don't feed into her ego any more than she already has it, your aunt will say. This one is already too proud.
There's a difference of pride and confidence.
Yes, and you
Awesome.
have both of them.
Well, someone's going to have to stand up to the tribe at some point, so I'm practicing.
Oh, who woke up on the wrong side of the stable? Jeez.
I like you, Forn.
This one has
Well,
been
she missed
summoned
her
by
vote.
the fates as well, your aunt says.
Apparently.
It seems the fates have a sense of humor.
I like it.
So, as that is happening, who arrives next? Is it Gwylan and Inone?
Yeah, I think maybe.
This wine's
They
really,
were really-
solid. Keftidi?
What?
Meatball.
Oh, yeah, here.
That's your new nickname.
Meatball?
Meatball.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's not? Okay.
No. No.
So what's that Cyrus's deal? Oh, that wine really kicks.
Cyril?
Oh yeah, that guy.
What do you mean, what's his deal?
What's his deal? Are you like dating or what?
No. No,
he was
not
kinda
even a little bit. No.
I don't know. He's making goo goo eyes at you.
I think he makes gooey guys at anybody.
Was he making goo goo eyes at me?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
As
fine.
soon as I stop paying attention to him. Childhood friend, you know. Just kind of like, oh, all right. You're doing that thing again.
Well, looks like we can lead a horse to water, or a horse can lead us to water. He gestures in front of you. At a trio of centaur talking to a masked man.
Guess we weren't the only ones invited to this shindig.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess let's go say hello.
After you. Salutations!
Yeah. Hello! What brings you all out here?
Party, bunny,
Party?
you?
Money? Yeah, same.
It's-
Same, you know? Party.
You-
Fates? Yes, fates. Absolutely. They're
Oh,
definitely
right,
involved in
there's something
something.
about fates.
Probably.
Right.
So,
Since you do not necessarily believe in the gods and the fates,
what? No, what makes you think that? No, I believe in gods. Yeah, they exist. I just haven't met any of them. And they sure
You haven't met any yet?
had much impact on my life, so. So
are
far.
you? So, if you don't mind me asking, are you also a mercenary or?
Me? Mercenary? No! I'm an honest business person. Shipping goods here and there.
Can I insight her?
Please.
Yeah, I was gonna
make
say I'd
insight
love to
versus
insight
deception.
her. That's a dirty 20 for Deianera.
Nice.
That
And-
is a insight. That is 23.
21 to deception.
21 deception.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I think that wins, doesn't it?
Not for Traz. I got
Yeah,
20.
sorry,
rolled
Traz, what'd you-
23.
Okay, so Traz...
23.
Forn is going to kind of go, I don't think so.
She'll absolutely wave like a merchant's token that probably looks pretty legitimate. It might even be legitimate, but
And I'm a poet.
you should hear the beautiful lyrics and prose.
I can write a poem about...
Please, by all means.
Yeah. Please, we're just waiting.
Especially once you put a little more wine. Here, drink up.
Oh, of course. Let's see,
Wait, you got wine?
What, you don't?
In a realm where the dreams collide, a masked man and centaur stride. Through moonlit glades, their paths entwined, a tale of destiny undefined. With masked man shrouded in mystery, secrets locked, a concealed history, his eyes concealed by dark of night, hiding the scars of a valiant fight. The centaur, half noble, half woman, half steed, a creature of grace, born to lead. Her hooves pounding a thunderous beat, a spirit wild, untamed, and fleet. Destinies intertwined, a fateful dance, two souls united by circumstance in a world where magic breathes and flows, their journeys intertwined, destinies closed.
Bravo! See?
Wow. You are
What's that?
quite the poet.
Thank you.
What was that about noble?
I don't know, I just
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
pulled
she
it out of my
was
ass.
Oh, I see it now. We've got the and the
Yes.
and the headpiece and the okay.
Yes. You know a bit about centaur culture. Interesting.
In passing,
You ever been to Tistani?
I've been past Tistani. Haven't been there myself.
Huh.
We've got company.
More?
Mystredo, as you approach, you will see this little menagerie waiting by the boat. Well, waiting by where the boat should be.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Hello.
I don't know who they are.
Hello.
Why are there so many horses?
Are you all waiting for a ship?
Yes, to go to the
Yes.
great party.
The fates sent us invitations, and how many did they send? I'm starting to feel like just a little not important.
It's supposed to be a party, which means that probably find a few of us. I'm guessing that one too.
Which
And
one?
you will hear the sound of hoof, hoof, hoof on the dock as an honest-to-God minotaur wanders up.
Oh, she's tall.
I think I don't exist.
I need a D4. Oh, great. I'm just gonna head directly towards you, Mystredo. The captain, I assume.
Me? No.
Oh, my mistake.
Sorry, I'm just a guest here too.
Oh,
Minotaur.
greetings.
Greetings. Deianera will stomp like a huff on the ground, being like, another cloven.
Stomp a hoof back. It's nice to meet you all. None of you are the captain.
You don't even have a
looks
boat
like
yet.
Boat is.
You think I would have figured that out? Ugh. Well,
Do you think that's it?
awkward ferry service.
In the distance, you can see a triary making its way into the harbor. Many, many massive oars sweeping back and forth, pulling it with the wind.
As long as we don't have to also pull, I'm not in very good position to, usually the seats are not quite centaur accommodating.
Oh
as long
my
as we don't
goodness,
have
I
to
know what you
row,
mean.
Well,
Right?
we're guests. We shouldn't be having to do that.
I had to pull on the last one. And let me tell you, I was sore by the end of it.
Oh, but those muscles, like, look at your. It shows. It shows. You're strong.
You should see my mother.
I guess. I am Deianera, centaur from Tistame.
Right. Tyria Zenos, 3rd grade labyrinth and repair technician from the Zenosian tomb.
Your name's Forn, mercenary from, or at least I was from Emery's, I think.
Gwylan kind of like side eyes him at that. I'm Gwylan. You know, shipper, honest business person.
Inone,
Oh,
Ethonian
wow.
poet.
I'm Mystredo. I'm a druid. Acolyte druid. From the Circle of Sacrifice.
And
Oh, that
you're
sounds fascinating.
you've got a snake in your hood.
Is it supposed to be there?
Yes. Yes, it is. Sorry if it's.
Wait, can you talk to
distracting.
snakes?
Are you?
Well,
Well, I'm sure anyone can talk to snakes. The question is,
talk to
can they
all
talk back?
snakes or just my snakes?
Just your snakes.
Just my snakes. No, just.
Oh,
these
shit.
ones.
You know, you're just gonna take a kind of lean down and look into your hood and gonna go, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
It's sorry. Sorry.
Why?
s-
What's in there? Tyr's gonna crouch down super low to peer up.
Don't look her. Don't look her in the eyes. Don't look her in the eyes. Don't look her in the eyes.
Why?
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 She's a Gorgon.
Do I know what that
what
is?
precisely does that mean?
Anybody
Is
wants to
that
make
the
me
real thing? Do they have to look at my eyes, or is it something? Can I turn it on? And
she
turn it
rolled a
off?
1 on her know what you are check, so she's panicking.
God. Okay, so she's just panicking.
Yeah, so anybody can make me a history roll to know about Gorgons / Medusae. They're both the same thing.
Oh, I rolled a 4. So,
A 4?
I got a 19.
God, I'm gonna have to educate everybody.
Okay.
Okay, history?
History.
18.
I somehow have 20. Not,
Okay,
Not natural.
Don't make Lenny teach the class
Medusa,
here.
or Gorgons, as they are known, come from the Isle of Gorgo, or they live on the Isle of Gorgo. They are persons who have been cursed by the gods, is what is said. Also, some people assume it is also perhaps a mutation in genetics or a disease that causes it, but it is viewed throughout Arkos as almost like a leprosy. They are sad individuals that have the ability to turn others to stone with a gaze and are cursed.
No. I don't think there's any danger unless she means you harm.
Right.
And the snakes are oh so cute.
Well, shit, did I piss her off now? Fuck.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Sorry, have some wine. Give me the wine. Give me the wine. Give me the wine.
I drank. You drank all the wine.
No, it's fine. Really, it's fine.
Do you want an
I
olive?
know we're.
We're gonna be
Snakes
like this
want
the
an
whole
olive?
boat trip now.
Do the snakes eat? Do you have to feed them? Are they attached or are they separate?
I could use an olive.
They can eat. They just don't a lot. It's
Has some cheese. No, I'm lactose intolerant.
as long as I'm fed, they're fine. But they do like to have things to.
I am a big...
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
All right, so speak with animals.
Don't talk to Lenny.
Hello.
Hello.
Lenny
I'm
and
Lenny.
Dante
How are you?
Soulmates.
I'm good. I'm Deianera. You're fascinating, Lenny.
Thank you. It's short for Anthropolis.
Nintropolis.
Shh.
Oh.
She doesn't want to hear from you.
Who's that? That sounds quite rude.
We are the serpents. Snakes
There's 8
rule.
of them.
8. Wow. You are all quite fascinating, and I can't wait to have more conversations later, but I'm probably being rude to all the other guests
Are
there.
you also cursed by the gods? Is that why you have horns? Are you twice as cursed as the Minotaur?
No, I was born this way. Not cursed, but, you, keep talking like that, and you may meet one of my who's one day.
They're gonna give you kind of... Don't mind them.
Sneaks
They're
back
just
into
cranky
my
because
hair.
they haven't had anything to eat today.
No,
They
thank
are
you,
a
Lenny.
bit picky.
Could use some snacks.
Yes.
Is
Snacks.
that later?
Deianera will pull out some, like, dried mango. Hand it to Mystredo's hair.
It's gonna vanish into the hood. Just...
My hair is eating.
It's good for your hair. It's nourishing.
Thankfully, it's a dried mango and it's not getting mango goo everywhere. This would be
Yeah.
really bad.
Yeah.
A trireme is going to pull into the harbor. Whoa! Whoa! All right, dock us over. Dock us over. A couple of ship hands are going to hop out and tether with large ropes to the dock, and you're going to see this massive ship a man is going to lean over. He's tall and broad, in his late 40s. He has very, very high curly hair, deep brown skin, very, very like sharp eyes underneath a mass of freckles and wrinkles, and this white trimmed beard against his dark brown skin. His massive hair is also very, very white, prematurely so. And he is dressed in sailing finery, we will say. Like a merchant who makes a lot of money, but still kind of wears more practical clothing. But the leather is very fine. It's very high quality stuff. He kind of leans over and looks down at you. Hello there, strangers. Are you my quarry? Are you who I'm picking up?
Captain... I'm sorry, I couldn't... It was Kyo? Kyo?
Kawi.
Kawi.
Yes, I'm Captain Kawi. Pleasure to meet you. One of the finest sailors in all of Arkos, sailing to Deianera, to Akoka and beyond. And this is the Dragon's Dare. One of the swiftest ships in all of Arkos. Royally commissioned by King Manos to bring his special guests. Anyone who bears one of the scrolls of the fates.
The fastest ship, you say?
Absolutely. Do each of you have your scrolls?
Gwylan pulls hers out.
Pulls it out.
Lower the plank. Let's get them on board.
Deianera will turn to her aunt and Kyla, and she will nod to her aunt and then grasp hands with Kyla and be like, I will return, and I will give all my needs to the tribe fully when I get back.
Take care of whatever needs that you have while you are away as well. She gives you a squeeze. No one would hold that against you.
She'll squeeze back and be like, and you take care as well.
Be safe, your aunt says to you. And do not let any of these others show you up.
Me? And she will stomp her foot and swish her tail. Never. The Stormy will be represented well.
They give you a nod. And with that, you are free to board the ship.
Think, Deianera is like saying her goodbyes and everyone's getting... I think Gwylan's probably hopped onto the ship as fast as possible and is already looking over the place and examining it.
It's quite a nice ship, and as dusk is starting to settle around, you'll see that it's actually teeming with quite a bit of people. It seems like this trireme has, a good 20 or 30 oars. Quite large. It is, let me do the math on this. It is a large ship from the back of the deck to the front. It is an immense, it's honestly a bit bigger than a trireme should be, about 150 feet from front to back, and about the deck is 30 feet wide. Quite sizable. The fact that it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It has 24 oars and is teeming with people. And as you step aboard, you are going to see that there are a number of sailors, Arkosian descent, Akokan, and even some Deianean sailors moving around, dressed in their local outfits. No one from Emery's, as far as you can tell. Very little mechanical stuff on this boat. But you will see that there are quite a few kobolds working on board. And as you approach, they're going to kind of like make some noises and go, "I see the red hair on that one. It's a Cataganian. How can you tell?" "Because look at the red hair. All Cataganians have red hair. Sometimes maybe a little bit blonde." "Well, I saw a Cataganian with black hair." "Well, then that wasn't a Cataganian. That was an Alicinian." "I don't know. The same Cataganian. Your name was Cat." "I don't think that matters."
Are they speaking in common?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, not all Cataganians have red hair.
"See, I told you." "Well, no. I think they do. Are you a Cataganian?"
Yes,
"See, you have red hair.
partially. I'm also partially Abyssinian.
So why don't you have...
How does that pan out?
Do you have black hair under your arms or something? Don't ask if somebody has colored arm hair. Who knows? She could be
I'm not telling
swarthy.
you that.
I don't think she's swarthy. I think she's pretty.
Oh, thank you.
It's
very
gonna
kind
give
of
you
you.
like a fangy smile.
But really, not all Cataganians have red hair. My cousin is blonde, and then I've got a couple with brown hair too.
Well, actually, I think that blonde hair and red hair are the same phenotype. Really, it's just a matter of melanin and consistence. Says one of the kobolds over there that's wearing a pair of glasses and is like mixing a couple of vials in like a mop bucket.
What the heck is a phenotype?
Oh, it's part of the alleles inside.
No, that sounds like some magical nonsense.
Actually, it's
No.
alchemical in nature. I'm an alchemist by trade. My name's Tullus. Tullus.
That definitely sounds like magic.
I suppose it is. Chemistry is magic. Science and the universe are very interesting if you break them down. But I suppose, one of the kobolds is going to nudge Solus and be like, "Hey, she's Cataganian. That means science scares her. Stop saying it." "What? Why would you?" "Because Emery's is like right there. Science scares her." "I'm just talking about phenotypes."
You know what? I'm gonna leave you to your work. I'm gonna go explore the rest of this ship.
Inone is going to lean in and go, "Metallurgy,
Oh no, I'm so afraid.
biology, herbology, astrology."
Seismology.
Ah!
That gives you the tremors, doesn't it?
Oh, it's got me quivering in my boots.
Yeah.
I'm
anyway,
going to
yeah,
stick with you
that's-
because you're fun, okay?
That's what they say. You're fun too.
Thanks.
And what do you think about that do we think she's a princess?
The
Said
princess
it was-
horse?
Said she was a noble. Yeah. Is she actually a princess?
Well, she probably thinks she's hot to trot.
Oh, we should.
I think we need more wine, and I think that there are a surprising number of people on this ship. As she says that, a kid is going to run by, chased by another kid, going, "No, you're it! No, you're it!"
Well, that brings me back.
Being chased?
No, being a child on a boat.
Oh.
I grew up on boats, you know.
I thought you were talking about this afternoon. Or, yeah, I guess yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, was that today or last night?
That was
that
yeah.
ye-
That was yesterday. Last night was when we were at the when we took the ship over and stayed in that tavern with the chicken wings.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Those
yeah,
were really
those
good
are
wings.
Those are pretty good wings. I could get some more.
Yeah, seriously. I think there was a brothel there too, but I mean, you know, I was too full from the wings. Didn't have any more room for anything
Yeah,
else.
why did they have the brothel?
Why do they even have the brothel, right? It's like when a brothel has
Maybe
a
just,
buffet.
like-
Like, why would you? What's the point?
I don't know. Huh.
All right. As you are out there, like talking about this and looking around, Tyria, what are you looking around? Is this your first time on? I guess not your first time on a ship because you had to get here from Karassus.
Like, straight up the second time ever on a boat. I imagine this one's quite a bit larger with more fancy crew on it. So I think that she's just looking around being very impressed.
And so as you are there, a couple of kids are going to play tag around your legs. No, you're it. No, you're it. No, you're it. One of them is going to like.
I'm quite confident that that it is you that is it.
No, it wasn't me. Lady, don't lie.
You cannot lie to the obstacle. You are tagging each other around. I see everything.
But I don't want to be it.
Well, then you had better tag the other one.
The other one, the boy that's talking, is going to shove the girl hard. Fine, tag. She's gonna fall and scrape her knee and start crying.
Oh, that is foul sportsmanship. I'm gonna crouch down to scoop her up. Are you okay, little one?
Make me a persuasion roll.
Sure. Oh my gosh, my d20 is like refusing to come out of its container. There we go. 12 plus... all of 13?
13, she's gonna like...
Can you extend your arm?
She's gonna...
Prepare to tag. Tyria is going to pursue the other one, holding this child in front of her.
Okay. I don't think that kid can escape you. So you're going to run that child down. And as you do, you're going to hear... do you speak Elven, by chance?
Oh, I don't think so. Abyssal Common and Sylvan.
Okay. So you're going to hear... Metzia, Zoknen, Tualis Matailo, come from the edge of the boat as an elven woman strides up to these two half-elven children. I'm very sorry. Did they give you any trouble?
No, no trouble at all. Only to each other. Here is one of them. We'll hand the child to the parents.
Metzida. What are you doing? I was running, and Zonakon just pushed me. I did not. We were playing tag and she tripped. Why do I get the feeling that both of you are telling lies?
No, only he is.
Thank you.
Sorry. Your business.
It seems like they made it your business.
Oh, I was simply the obstacle. It's fun to be the labyrinth for a change. At least dramatically.
I am Gionella.
Tyria, nice to meet you.
Are you also headed to the wedding?
Perhaps. Not entirely certain what I'm heading to.
She glances down at, like, the scroll that's on your belt. He petitioned the fates? Oh, Manos! Oh, that is ridiculous! No, I'm ridiculous. Some guy says walking by.
I love that guy.
Hey, he's a laugher, right?
What precisely does this mean?
Look, in times of turmoil and things, those with enough wealth can petition the oracles of the Atio to call upon the fates to sanction good luck charms to bring in. It appears that you are a good luck charm. Anybody who is looking around the boat can be overhearing this at this time, if they would like to.
Yeah, I think at that point,
Mhm.
Deianera's gonna trot over and be like,
Tyria will also very loudly go, I have always felt particularly lucky.
And you seem particularly lucky.
so
Very loud.
we are good luck charms?
You are fated guests. If you have been invited to the wedding, then apparently if you show up, the wedding will have its best possible option if all of you arrive.
It's a wedding.
Of
I
course.
don't quite feel dressed for this. How long is the journey? Do I have time to make a dress?
It's about a week, but if you're going to a wedding, I'm
Should be
assuming
plenty.
that they will be providing everything. You're an honored guest. You should have food, lodging, and an honorarium paid to you for being there. It's very lucrative.
That is what I was hoping for.
Definitely in it for the money.
Preach,
Definitely in
sister.
it for the money.
I will bring this gold back to my tribe, and that will help us greatly. And then maybe I can propose myself.
I am a painter.
Oh,
I am doing the wedding portrait for King Manos' daughter, Niprenze, is marrying Prince Opilon of Pythia. Anybody who wants to can make me a history roll right now.
Yeah.
Pardon me, it's Niprenens.
10.
Got a 10? You know that they're different.
21?
They're in different leagues.
Oh, I got an 11.
So, anybody who gets a... actually, Deianera, you may roll that with advantage because you are from one of these leagues.
Oh, great.
Oh, wait, pardon me. No, you're not. You're from the Tantalos League. So, no, don't worry about it.
No, I'm not from those. Yeah, no. That's the one league I'm not.
However, Tyria can roll with advantage. Okay, so if you rolled below a 15, you know that these are different leagues. You know that the Pythian League are they're the powerful political league. They're like the Athenians of the day. The Tantalos League is something separate. They're the militaristic, more the Spartan League. And the Pathos Union are the mercantile union. They're an independent group that operates through tripartite trade with each other to block everybody else out. So, with that's below a 15, you'll know that. The Pathos Union is where Castellos is, which is where you guys are headed. King Manos is the king of Castellos, and with above a 15, you are going to know that this is a politically advantageous marriage because Pythia has a lot of money and also controls a big part of the northern trade routes. If Castellos is buying in on that through marriage, that is going to strengthen their position incredibly. They're also, it's just a big deal. Like, it's like a merger of two major companies. If you rolled above a 20, so I think that's just, you start to think of the political ramifications of this. This could be a move for Pythia abandoning the Pythian League within the next generation or so, which would give the Pathos Union and the mercantile empire of Arkos a real winning chance at basically turning Arkos' entire economy into more mercenary piracy and just making it basically libertarian traders.
Huh. Well, I can see why some people might not want this to work out, but...
Oh yeah, I should also roll for Inone. Hold on. Oh, Inone also got above a 20. She's good at these rolls. She's gonna kind of give you a look when that's like. So, yes. So you arrive at the wedding, you enjoy yourselves, and if you have time, I'd be happy to paint your portraits. We should be arriving in.
Why don't we do it now?
To paint your portraits right now, because I need to put these little ones to bed. I don't want to go to bed. I don't want to go to bed either. I'm still playing tag. No, you're not. You're just pushing.
Hey, put your little ones on my back. I will walk them around. Sometimes the rocking motion can help to put them to sleep.
I suppose if they decide that they're going to be good, yeah, I'll be good. I'll be good too. Just let me ride the pony. She's not a pony. She's a centaur.
Yes, I am a royal centaur from the tribe of... I forgot what I named the tribe. Kelly, you have
Ipodanami.
posted.
Ipodanami.
Ipodanami. Right, that was it.
Yeah.
Ipodanami. I am from the tribe of Ipodanami.
She said a
We
swear.
I did not.
You said damn it. No, you said a swear. They're gonna start bickering among themselves in a high, just like chirping Elven, which honestly sounds like someone is just playing Latin really fast.
Except Deianera speaks Elvish, so she also hears that.
Do you speak Elven?
I do. I speak
Okay.
many languages.
So I'm not gonna copy what they're saying, but it is very fast and it is what its kids speak.
Yeah,
You know kids speak.
I do. She will just start to kind of like walk in a circle around the deck to try and get them to shut up and like fall asleep.
All
To
right.
the, like trotting motion.
I want you to make me a Constitution plus Persuasion roll.
Constitution.
Because it's whether or not you
persuasion.
get tired trying to calm them down.
All right, I don't have persuasion as a proficiency, so just Constitution.
Just Constitution. Because animal handling doesn't work on children, as to my knowledge. Does it?
I
Someone
rolled
let
a
me know.
4 plus 3 is a 7.
All right.
Deianera gets tired of the children.
So, the ship is full of people. And as you are trotting around, the captain is going to climb up on the captain's deck of the trireme and is going to call out, "My friends, we are going to be setting out soon. It is 3 days to reach our destination. We should be in Castellos by the dawn of the 3rd day. Each of you has a spacious accommodation below deck, and food will be served thrice a day. You'll be responsible for any snacks that you may have. Although we do have a small ship-side cantina set up if you wanted to purchase something at a fair markup for scarcity, should you run out of wine or snacks along the way. That said, it looks like we have a bit of rough weather ahead of us, so I would suggest everyone stay below deck while we pitch, and if you who are seasick, please use the receptacles in your cabins. The cabin boys have enough to do." He pauses for laughter. There's a little ha-ha from like one guy. Thank you,
Do a little
Ridiculous.
sensible chuckle.
With that, we should be pitching off in just a moment. And fear not. We have King Manos' blessing, and we have the blessing of Pythia. We fly twin flags overhead, and the Dragon's Dare is one of the swiftest, most capable vessels in all of Arkos. No one would risk open conflict with us. I expect a peaceful and enjoyable voyage. No pirate would dare strike out at us. Smash cut. I need an initiative roll.
I was gonna say Jinx.
Oh, crap. 4. Amy, it's you and me.
Yeah, I rolled a
Bad
1 as the worst,
Yeah,
my
bad-
worst
bad-
roll of the game.
Bat and cleanup.
Kelly, are we?
Yeah.
Is it a new day?
It is a new day. This is tomorrow
Cool.
evening.
Ah,
It is the
already.
night before you should be arriving.
Cool. I just want to know for my spells.
Oh boy.
All right, so you all should have access to the map right now and be able to see. Just give me one moment while I adjust some of the images that have shifted. So don't say or do anything until I give you the go-ahead.
Very nice map, I will say.
Yeah, thank you to James for the map.
Yeah.
Thanks, James.
Why did everybody shift a bunch?
Mm.
Robin
It
didn't
looks.
I'm
I was gonna say
seriously
it looks
levitating.
fine.
It could-
A
Something
couple
with the
people-
group, probably.
A
If
couple
I was
people.
temporarily hover bunny, could be much worse.
Yeah, and so is Amy.
Have a
so,
bunny.
Amy is up here. Whoop. And I've got some of Amy's non-green screen showing. There we go.
And yeah, these maps are great.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'm off center, and then we're good to go. Okay, let me just jot down the time, and then we're good. Map 2/3/19. All right. It is the second night when this occurs. As the boat pitches back and forth across the ocean, you can see a ship in the horizon, or perhaps moreover, you hear the sound of the warning bells calling you. An incoming ship is on its way. And let's roll initiative. I'm going to do wave combat for defenders. Defenders rolled a nat 20.
Well, good job.
And
Oh dear.
Inone rolled
Also-
a 21. And the attackers.
Nice pun.
Jeez.
Wave.
Okay.
Is what
Yeah,
I
that
did.
wasn't. That's not a pun per se.
I know.
Okay, so checking the initiative chart, I have defense. Then I have. Am I seeing that Robin is the highest of the 16?
Yup.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, that's a 19 actually, Kelly. I forgot to put my I'm sorry.
Okay, so then in that case, that's going to be. Okay, so it's defenders, then it's Inone, because I accidentally skipped her. So Deianera, then it is down to. Jeez. Ship movement actions. Then it is to. Yeah, it is to Forn. Then it is to offenders. Then it is to Tyria. Then it is simultaneous. Who do we have? Still getting used to names. Gwylan and Mystredo. And it is going to end with sea actions. So we're using sea combat here, which is going to be a little different. As we focus on the ship, you are going to hear beneath deck, "We've got incoming!" A pirate ship pulls alongside at Mach speed by the time you all reach the deck. As you look across, you can see that there is a large number of pirates ready to board. They're already setting anchors across, pulling the ships within 20 feet of each other for quick slinging across. The kobolds are going to struggle onto deck. 3 of them are going to hit the ballista and go, "Crank it, crank it, crank it!" And they are going to fire off a volley. And that is going to hit. What is the damage on a ballista? I put it at the top of our chat. It is 3d10 piercing damage.
Wow.
That is fantastic. So pardon me one sec. Can I get somebody to roll me 3d10 real quick?
You got it, Robin?
Yep. Oh, I didn't roll great. Someone else should have done it. That's an 11.
Oh, an 11? All right, that is exactly enough. They are going to fire across, and as this giant ballista bolt goes over into the other ship, it is going to strike one of the pirates there, and you're going to hear a horrible scream as he is propelled off the ship, skewered to death by this ballista bolt. We got one! We got one! Tradesies! and they are going to hop to the side while the other 3 kobolds on deck swap over and do rinse and repeat with the same ballista. And that is going to be hit as well. I will roll 3d10 for this. And that is 11, 16. There is another explosion of guts as one of the pirates next to him takes another bolt. Some of the defenders begin prepping themselves. A couple of the pirates on deck begin ushering the children underneath, and some of the other passengers clearing the deck. So I'm just going to move a bunch of the civilians off deck, because that would have really mattered had they not gotten initiative. Okay, I think we're just at sailors now. Cool. All right, so with that, we are going into initiative for the crew. So Inone is going to see this and is going to go, well, shit, as she steps on deck, and is going to go full defense and hunker down next to the railing. And yeah, Deianera, it is your turn.
Okay, so Deianera is going to just do a quick and her Stimfey bird will fly up and make a ranged weapon attack, because it makes one gets to do its acts on my initiative. So it's going to do Pinion Storm, which is a ranged weapon attack of 60 feet. So it is going to go after one of these pirate guys on the ballista at the
front.
At the front.
Okay.
So kind of the one that's looks like maybe the one that looks like he'd be behind like the trigger on the ballista to fire it and make an attack.
All right, give it to me.
That's going to be a 15 to hit.
That's a hit. Roll me damage.
Sweet. So you're going to take 1d6 piercing damage, and that's a 6. Nice. So 6 points of piercing damage as it fires this, like, bits of bolts and things out of its wings. It's almost like feathery arrows from its hawk wings.
All right. It's going to pepper the one that's about to shoot, and he's going to go, ah! Yeah, they've got flying bird things! Yeah, that's how birds work, asshole. One of the ones says next to him.
So...
Yeah, go ahead.
Then it will fly kind of 80 feet, or it'll fly 40 feet up higher than what it currently is, because the speed of 80 feet flying, which is wonderful. And then Deianera will go. She will, as a bonus action, I will cast, what was it? Hail of Thorns. And then she'll make an attack with that.
Okay.
And she is going to aim for the kind of
looking across, you can see there are several borders set up. So there are 2 ballista pointed at you. There is a halfling that is kind of like watching you from the other side, and there is a huge gray-green skinned orc barking orders with 1 broken tusk, who appears to be their captain.
Yeah. She is going to aim for one of the kobold that's kind of centered behind not the top ballista, but the one that's like.
Oh, so those aren't kobolds. Those are just like pirates.
Oh, sorry, those are pirates. Sorry, I know
pirates. It's weird to have the kobolds on your side, right?
Right, I'm used to them being on the other side. So I'm going to roll to attack that. And I rolled an 18 plus 7 to hit. So I'm assuming that hits.
So what is it? It was 17?
So, yeah, 17 plus 8 to hit.
Yeah,
so
it does.
25. So he's going to take 1d8 plus 3. That's 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And it creates this rain of thorns that sprout from this arrow. So now both the target and all creatures within 5 feet of it must make a dex saving throw and take 1d10 piercing damage.
Okay.
On fail or half as much on
he fails, but both of the it's everybody within 5 feet.
Yep.
Okay.
So
he
4
fails,
people.
and the one directly to his left fails. But the one behind him and the one to the south both succeed.
Okay. And the orc captain as well.
Oh, you aimed for this one?
This one here.
Okay, pardon me. Then the orc
Behind the
captain. Then the orc captain succeeded, and actually that means I have one more dice to roll. 1 sec. Oh wait, no, I rolled the correct amount.
You should be rolling. You should be doing 5 because he also has to make one too.
Okay. Okay,
And
so the
DC is 14. I
okay,
believe.
so let me just check
Yeah,
the captain.
14.
The captain did succeed with a 14 exactly then.
Okay, so those that failed will take 7 points of piercing damage, and those that didn't will take half, so 3.
Okay, so that is going to be 7.
Yep.
Okay, the one that you hit is going to explode into viscera.
Yep. Great.
So
It just gets like pew, 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 pew from it, tiny little thorns.
okay. So 3, 7. Okay, and okay, sounds good. They are going to be peppered by those blows and are going to growl. And with that, the 2 ships are going to have their initiative. The dragon is going to continue moving. However, at this angle, the other ship is going to slam into the side. And let me just do
As a movement, Deianera is going to move to not be centered around everyone. So in case
Sounds
of
good.
targeted attacks, Deianera will take her move action to
okay.
to get kind of more in the
Spending a hurt
out
them
in
more.
front.
The other ship is going to get a critical hit with the ram. I need everybody on deck to make me a dexterity save. Or fall pro.
Oh, no.
Difficulty of 14, please.
Ooh.
Oh, I do not I do not have access to move my character, so just when you get a chance, Kelly.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Sounds good.
That's a nat 20 for 25.
Hell yeah.
You should be able to now.
Thank you.
Even determination cannot save Tyria here.
Was it Dex
Okay.
save?
Dex save.
22 for
thank
me.
22, you are going to be fine.
18.
18, you are fine.
18.
13, unless I spend my determination to.
13, the DC is 15, unfortunately. So
Oh,
you're going
can
to
I
be not...
spend my determination to?
Because it's game
Send
1,
it.
sure.
Okay.
Okay, so determination, that is going to be Gwylan. Did anybody else spend their determination?
Nope.
Okay. If you failed, you will also take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you are knocked prone.
Oof.
If you botch, you'll take way more. All right, so Forn, what do you do? So the ships are close enough, and there are riggings and rope set between them, where you can basically cross the distance as rough terrain.
Well, I want to move forward and get the rigging on our ship and get line of sight of the ballista.
Okay.
And Forn is going to pull off his mask. He's like, I hate the taste of this. And I'm going to use Dragon's Breath, and it's a 30-foot range, 5 feet wide, and it's going to be acid.
Okay, so it's 5 feet wide, so it's a
Oh,
line.
dear.
It's a 30-foot line,
Okay, that means
which will
that...
hit the
Okay.
ballista and the one behind it.
I'm going to spend something good happens for that. Okay, what's my DC?
DC 14.
DC 14, okay.
Oh, damn it.
All right, the captain... Hold on, let me just roll with that. The captain is going to get a 10, and the other crew member is going to get a 9, and the ballista is going to get hit fully by this. So roll me your damage.
7 acid damage.
7 acid damage. All right. The crewman is going to fall to the ground screaming and holding the face that has just been melted. The captain is going to like lurch back, having taken a decent amount of damage, and is going to kind of glare over at you.
Cool. I'm going to use my bonus action, spin a key point to get patient defense. And that will be my turn.
All right, sounds good. All right, the offense's turn. Okay, so the other pirates are going to use this action to cross using the rigging and some of their abilities. They are not going to be able to count it as rough terrain. One of them, actually two of them, are going to surround Forn. And so you have, so I have disadvantage on you?
Yeah.
Okay, that was a nat 20 and a 1 because of disadvantage. All right, one of them is going to lash out at you with a cutlass. You may make me an opportunity attack if you choose.
Absolutely.
All right, and now that we're in close range, let's change up the music, I think.
That's a 21 to hit.
That's going to be an absolute hit.
Yeah, so it's going to be 6 lightning. I think Forn grabs the blade and just sends a shock of lightning to the user.
All right, that's going to... How much lightning? 6?
6 lightning.
Okay. He's still on his feet. The other one is going to go, "Hey, let my brother go!" And is going to take a slash at you. That is going to be a 5 and a 12, which turns into a 10 and a 12. That's not going to be enough. So they're going to lash out at you. 2 more of the pirates are going to leap down and take swings. That's going to be 1 hit. That's going to be 2 hits. And wielding their scimitars, there is going to be a horrible scream as they cut down one of the kobolds manning the ballista. From the other ship, they are going to load that ballista, and let's see. Deianera.
Hi.
One of them aims a ballista bolt at you, and let's fire.
No.
Spending a hurt them more to reroll that. Okay, that's going to be a... Ooh boy. That is going to be... Just checking the ballista bonus. 15 hit points.
The BB.
Plus, that's a 16.
Oh, that's my AC.
Okay, there is going to be a ballista bolt that fires off at you, and you are going to take 16 points of piercing damage.
Ouch!
Ow.
Oh, hold on, I need to do math real quick. Nope, I don't need to do math real quick. There we go. Ouchies. Ouchies.
All right. And so that is going to occur there. You know what? I'm going to spend a something good happens for you. This ballista bolt is going to go and is going to barrel down at you. And then as it does, there's going to be a little flash of silver in front of your face. And it is going to slam into the deck next to you. Instead, Inone is going to give you a wink. You're welcome! And is going to grant advantage to Gwylan.
Okay, so I'm assuming I did. Then I don't take those.
You do
hit
not
points,
take
right?
that damage. You cast Silvery Barbs.
Nice, amazing.
You want to make someone like an NPC,
God.
give them Silvery Barbs.
Right?
All right, and with that, 2 halflings are going to rush to the edge of the boat, look your direction, and the captain's gonna go, "Leave none alive, we need that ship." And at that point, they are going to look your direction and go, all right. One of them's going to raise hands and go, and summon a beam of crackling blue energy, and is going to point it. Ooh, 30 feet is... I'm gonna point it at Forn. Forn, that is going to be... Oh, wait, I have disadvantage. That is going to be a... Does a 16 hit you?
Nope.
Well, that's a hurt them more. Let's do this. Nope. Nope. Oh, God. I'm going to spend 3 hurt them mores just to nuke you, man. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that one will hit you. Took me 3 hurt them mores, but I did it. So that is going to be 8 points of lightning damage. Are going to fire out as this one leans forward and connects you with Witch Bolt. A current of electricity connects the two of you.
Oh, goody.
Right, I love it. The other one is going to take a look at what is going on the ship over there, and is going to cast Fog Cloud on the ballista bolts at the back. A dense fog envelops half of the ship that you are on. Okay, that is the offender's turn. There we go. Let me just get the fog in place.
Just a reminder with how fog cloud works for those that are stuck in the fog.
So fog cloud, for those of you who are there, I thought you were about to list it off for me. I was like, oh, thank you.
No, I was either seeing if you had the spell up. I have it on roll 20 right now.
Okay,
It's,
so fog cloud is a 20-foot sphere of fog centered on a point within range. It spreads around corners, and its area is heavily obscured, which means that anybody inside of it is going to have basically invisibility. It's a disadvantage to attack anybody if you cannot see.
And also out, like to get out. You can't
Yes.
see out, right?
But it basically,
Yeah.
you can't see out. This basically is going to disable their ballistas, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so with that, it is going to be their turn, and let's go with Tyria.
Awesome. So I think she's gonna pull herself to her feet and then open the backpack so Mose can hop out and order him to go support Forn.
Squeak, squeaker.
Squeak, squeak, squeaker, indeed, good buddy. Oh, I can no longer interact with tokens. Uh-oh.
Can you not?
This just worked.
Oh,
No, I
where do you
could
need to go?
before. Can I? Oh, there we go. I just did some refreshing stuff. So Mouse actually acts after me, but we'll scoot up there. She's gonna walk up here, pull out her warhammer. Are there any like items on the deck that are mysteriously between 1 to 5 pounds?
Tons.
grab
Anchors,
one of them.
mops.
Maybe a mop.
Sure, there's a mop.
Sounds hilarious.
I know what
Let's
you're
go
gonna
for a
do.
mop.
What are you gonna do? Who are you
Yeah,
doing
it's
it to?
catapult.
It's catapult. Who are you aiming at?
Yeah. She's gonna go for that one who has Witch Bolt connected to Forn. The way that
Okay.
she does this for fancy effect is probably pulling out the warhammer and just playing some baseball with it. But it's steampunk baseball. The end's got to erupt with steam and smoke as it blasts forward and fires something off into the distance.
All right, give it to me.
And hopefully we'll nail the bean. So this is actually like really easy to dodge.
Okay.
But it just sort of goes in a line for like 90 feet. So I think it's DC 12
Fail.
dex.
Fail.
Oh dear. All right. Brilliant. I was even like trying to line it up. So I'm like, maybe I'll also hit the captain if we don't. That sounds great. Let's do some damage.
Please do.
13.
Oof. Okay, so that is going to sail across, pegging the pegging the sea wizard in the side of the head. He is going to kind of like reel back, and is going to roll nat 1 on his Constitution concentration save.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
so he's still up, but Forn, that was 16 points of damage.
13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. Oh, you rolled a nat 1, so it doesn't matter. It's gone. So 13. He's gonna reel back and go, son of a bitch, as the as Witch Bolt is now severed.
That sounds particularly convenient. And then I think Mouse is going to try to bite the evil pirate next to him.
All right, sounds good.
Which is one of the ones flanking Forn.
Yep, that one's pretty badly wounded from Forn's lightning.
So I have a 14 to hit.
That's a hit.
Sweet. It's 1d8 plus 2 damage on this.
Oh,
It's
wow.
not very powerful, but it's nice. Okay, 4 damage. I rolled a 2.
4 damage. That is going to
Little
rip.
snarf.
It's going to rip his leg off,
crap.
and he's going to collapse on the deck.
House.
Mouse is going to look at you kind of sheepishly, like, I didn't mean to.
Fair enough. Such weak little bones on them.
All right, anything else you're doing?
That's everything. Nope. Have some reactions, but no more actions.
All right. So, with that, it is either Gwylan or it is Mystredo's turn. Who wants to go first?
I was trying to measure how far from me to the to the captain. Thank you.
So use the measuring
how far
tool
is
for
it from
that.
me to the captain?
It is
I couldn't find it.
60 feet.
Yeah. Is there anybody within 30 feet? Can I run up to the edge of the boat?
Sure.
Okay.
The captain is presently from the edge of the boat. He is exactly 30 feet if you run right next to the mouse.
Okay, I'll go run up right next to the mouse. And can I? Yeah, I'm on top. Can I? Yoo-hoo! Captain! I want him to look at me.
Sure. He's looking in your direction. What do? You just take your hood off?
Good. I take my hood off.
Okay, what's my save?
Your save is con save DC 8 plus 2.
Okay. I will spend a drama bomb in your favor to roll this with disadvantage.
Thank you.
Okay, so it is a Constitution save, you said?
Yeah, con save.
DC what?
DC 8 plus 2.
Okay, he is going to succeed.
Dang.
So he takes a look at you and goes, I've seen worse.
Fine.
So I think that's is that a bonus action or an action to use that?
As far as I can tell, it's a weapon attack, so I think it's an action.
Okay, so do you have any bonus action you'd like to use?
I don't believe I do.
None of your spells are bonus actions?
Sorry. Check out. Ugh. It's so hard to get to the spell page, and then it takes forever for them all to load.
We'll get you outfitted with a better spell system later.
Yeah. I will just write them out much better next time. No, I don't have any. Oh, Flame Blade, but that's not going to do much for me right now.
Not at the moment.
No, Healing Word. Is anybody hurt?
A couple
Anybody
people.
hurt?
Forn's pretty hurt.
Okay,
I am.
Healing Word for Forn.
Okay, so how much does Healing Word do?
It has to be within 60 feet. I thought it was like was it a D? I want to say D4, but I could be wrong.
I think it's a D4.
I believe it is a D4, yes.
Yeah, it is 1D4.
Okay.
For each slot above first, so.
So you're only spending one, your basic slot, so
Yeah.
that's a D4.
Yep.
All right, roll a D4.
Something.
Kel, roll a D4.
Oh, me roll the D4.
Yeah, you're the healer.
I'm the healer. Please let it be good. It is a 3.
That's better than a 2.
And
All right, and
better than a 1.
it's wisdom on top of that, right?
for Healing Word, I don't think it is.
Or is it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Because it's ranged, right? So it's not as good.
Yeah.
Oh,
As long
okay.
as he's in-
Double check me. It's been a while since I've played a cleric.
Let me double.
I'm pretty sure that's right. Like it's
What's
really
her
nice for getting
spellcasting
someone up.
mod?
Oh, it is plus wisdom?
No, it's
Okay.
Yeah.
spellcasting mod.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
I'm juggling too
Yeah.
many people. So yeah, so
Oh
what's,
no,
your,
no worries.
what's your wisdom mod, Kel?
We're good. My wisdom mod back up is +2. Sorry.
Okay, so that's a total of 5.
Thank you.
So it's
All
5.
right, my
There
bad
you go.
there.
Happy to help.
All good.
All right, so that's going to heal you for 5. And Gwylan, Gwylan, can you make me a history check, please, as a free action? because of your background?
Apparently not at the moment. I don't know what Gwylan was doing, but that was a terrible initiative roll, and she also gets a 5 on her history check. So
Okay.
I think maybe she
You
was
have
up too
no
late last night.
idea. You have no idea what this pirate is.
All right, haven't run into these ones specifically. Cool.
Just added that in there. 1d4.
But they seem to be rather aggressive, and I don't like that. So let's mess them up a bit. Okay, so as a bonus action, I can use my clever as the gods to point at someone in range that I can see, as long as I can see them.
Okay.
To do my charisma deception roll,
Okay.
contested by the creature's wisdom. I am targeting let's go with so there's one guy who's directly next to Forn,
Yes.
and there's one who's like kind of near him, like on the diagonal.
Yes.
I'm gonna point at him, basically go point at him and be like, hey, like, watch out for those ropes or something, kind of just to trick.
What?
Like,
Okay,
we're
that's a
gonna do
12.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that was a 19 for me to deceive.
Yep.
So now everyone, okay. Me and all my allies now have advantage on attacks against that creature until the beginning of my next turn.
Oh.
So basically, get him! Go after that guy. Okay. And
That's
then I have
great.
advantage from what Inone did, right?
Yes. Yes, you do.
Okay. So, Gwylan will have needed to step forward to do that. But is going to move over to next to Forn. And we're gonna stab with our spear
Okay.
the that pirate there.
That sounds great. Go ahead, make me an
So-
attack roll. You have advantage.
So that means I can sneak attack.
Yep.
And I
You
am
can also sneak
dual-wielding
attack
my
because you're next to
spear.
Forn.
Yes. So both of those things are true.
Both things are true. All right, sounds good.
Both things are true. Now, I double-checked what my rules were. I have the spear mastery, which is why when I wield my spear with 2 hands, it increases the attack dice.
Okay,
the
sounds good.
damage dice. So we're going two-handed.
I'm excited.
So one of that's a 16 to hit.
That's going to be a hit. Roll me sneak attack.
That. Yeah, let's roll me sneaks. Okay. Jeez. Okay, 17?
He is going to plunge over the side of the vessel, dead. Because
Cool.
you just did almost
Just, like,
double his hit points with
spear-
Forn's attack.
Like, stab. And they just, like, fall, keels over.
All right, he's going to keel over. Do you have anything else you can do this turn?
That was my bonus action and my action. Gwylan's gonna duck back because let's not get in range of some of these things. He's gonna go back behind the mast, I think.
All right, the sea is going to pitch. It is the sea's turn. As we go to the bottom, I need everybody here as you hit a large wave to make me a strength save. DC 12 is all.
Oh, just made it with a 12.
Not 20 for me.
Perfect.
I'm going to use my
Mine was-
inspiration.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my inspiration too.
There we go. 21.
Oops.
Oh, 14.
14?
Thank God, because
11.
the other one was a
11.
3.
All right, Gwylan, you're going to run back and instead are going to go, huh, and then this wave is going to pick up the front of the ship and you are going to find yourself hurled. You're going to run all the way back away from this guy, only to be pitched back, hit the ground, and roll, coming up on your feet right next to him.
My God. Which one? The one that
The one that you
I
just
tried-
cursed. With your ability. You're going to roll and go, oh, and he's going to look at you. It's kind of going, oh. This is awkward. All right, top of the initiative. We are back with the defenders. The two kobolds are... Oh, actually, that reminds me, one sec. I just have to roll for... the fog cloud is going to shift back 10 feet from wind. But is still going to be partially blanketing the ballista, making it hard to fire out. The kobolds are going to scream at the loss of their comrade, though, and are going to charge the one that you are fighting, and are going to swarm him. Drawing daggers, the first one is going to hit. The second one is going to miss. But you know what? I'm going to spend a drama bomb, because that's great for me. That's still going to be a miss. They are going to swarm him, dealing him 4 points of damage as they stab him. This one's for Thrawn! All right. And then the other kobolds are going to load the ballista and prep it, while another one is going to rush into the fray as well and leap onto the other one. And that's going to be a miss, unfortunately. The other ones, the other defenders are going to fire some volleys and try to keep the ship going straight. One of them is going to climb up on the crow's nest and is going to shout back something that is not going to be carried very well on the wind. Anybody has a 16 or higher on their passive passive perception is going to be able to hear it. All right, Deianera, you are going to hear, "We've got another incoming!" echoing down, and sure enough, looking up, the woman that just yelled is pointing to the north, where another ship is barreling toward you.
Okay.
And it is Inone's turn. Inone is going to see Gwylan's setup and is gonna go... All right, fuck it. And is gonna cast Eldritch Blast with advantage, which is going to hit that guy and be... I'm gonna reroll that because that was weird. That is going to blow him off the ship with an Eldritch Blast. Ooh, hot, 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 hot. She'll blow on her fingers. Deianera, it is your turn.
Okay, so we got that ship coming in. Deianera is going to yell further to everyone else. She's going to be like, "Incoming from the north, another ship!" And then her Stimfey, E-Hawk, not Eagle. I just want to say Eagle. Her doesn't say the range for piercing screech. It just says ear-splitting cry directed at one creature of your choice. But my Stimfey will fly as close as what you think would be within range for that, because the ability doesn't say anything, unfortunately. Okay. And I need it to make a so going for the captain of who looks like who's in like a captainy position on the approaching ship.
Okay, sounds good. If you look that direction with your eagle eyes, you will see that on the prow of that ship is a very elegant gold dragonborn, and this thing is approaching fast. It will be colliding on the ship initiative, next initiative.
Okay.
It's coming through this wall of fog that seems to have been summoned in front of it, obscuring it.
Ooh, fancy.
Arkosian pirates, man, they're dope.
They're great. I needed to make just the captain a DC 10 con saving throw.
Oh yeah, Goldbeard succeeds.
Yeah. I'm guessing if it doesn't, this thing does not say. I'm guessing if it fails, it doesn't do anything.
It will fail. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that will be the Hawk's turn. And then, kobolds kind of messed up my plan.
Yeah, sorry.
Shoot.
They're pack. Oh god, they have pack tactics. What am I doing?
It's fair. I was gonna just use my charge. But instead, you know what? Seeing that her eagle doesn't, or hawk doesn't do anything, she's going to cast, as an action, she's going to cast command at the captain of that other ship, the one that's incoming. So,
oh my god. Okay.
Can I use my inspiration, make you have disadvantage?
No.
Okay.
You know what? Sure. That's the offer.
Okay.
Okay. The offer is now
if
on
it was
my
the offer,
side.
then I. Okay. So that is DC is 14.
Doesn't
for
matter.
that.
I rolled a 3.
Okay. Cool. The command is flee.
Okay. Command lasts for how long?
It is 1 turn.
Okay. The captain is going to look at you, and what do? How do you say this?
I think what she's going to do is, it's 60 feet away. What she's going to do is she's going to pull her bow, and it's going to glow this kind of orange thing, and she's just going to whisper, "Flee," and shoot it at the captain. And as it's whizzing by, that's how it delivers the spell. And so like this gold energy is going to wisp into her ears and around her head, and that's
His
what
ears.
all
His
she's
ears.
gonna
He's a boy
His.
dragonborn.
Okay. I don't know why I thought she.
I have an entire backstory for this guy.
Amazing. But
So he is going to look at you, and right as the ship is about to collide, he is going to turn it and attempt to get as far away from you with the ship as possible. So congrats, you just killed my ramming action.
Yep. You had not moved the ship when I first started my turn, and then it disappeared. So I was looking for the
I had
range,
to
and
move
then you
everything
put
to a GM layer.
Yeah, no worries. I just, so when I saw those within 60 feet, because that was initially my plan when the ship was approaching. I'm like, oh, it's
Yep.
still far away, and then I saw that. I'm like, well, I get command as an Amazonian ranger, so bitch is going to be commanded. So yeah, that is Deianera's turn.
Okay,
'cause I can't
that
really
sounds
do anything as a bonus
great.
action.
Anybody who's inside of range at this point, and now that you can see off the side of that ship that's approaching, you can see its painted golden sides. You can make me a history roll as a free action.
Do I get advantage on this one?
Yes, because you are un smuggler. I need a 14.
Woo.
All right, so who succeeded?
I got a 19.
19? 20?
Mwah. Dirty
Tyria-
20.
Tyria was raised under a rock, literally. Traz, I see an 18.
And it's certainly rolling like it. The dice
Okay.
are
Deianera was
there.
raised on an island, so that makes sense.
So
as
you
well.
you have no idea then, Deianera, that you just managed to command Goldbeard the Pirate, a legendary dragonborn pirate who is one of the most feared pirates, who cares not for kings or countries, but is a murderous pillager who works for the highest bidder. One part privateer, one part bloodthirsty scoundrel. Gwylan, you may have had a bad interaction with him in the past.
Possibly. I'm trying to think if this is connected to certain things.
All right. All right. So as you approach, they are going to pull off to the side, and the battle continues. The ship actions are going to be, the two ships are just going to keep each other in line. Forn, it is your turn.
All right, Forn's gonna take a dart out of like a small pouch he carries stuff in. He's gonna throw it at the mage that was shocking him to his left.
Sounds good. Make me an attack roll.
I never hit with these things. That's only a 7.
Okay, he's going to dodge out of the way. What else would you like to do?
Okay, I'm gonna move to the pirate that's surrounded by the kobolds, spin
Okay.
the key point, and use Flurry of Blows.
There he blows. Give it to him.
Wow. So that's a 17 on one and a botch on the other.
Okay, go ahead and give me an attack roll. Or give me your damage for the first one.
First one, and it's going to be poison, so it's going to be 5 poison damage.
5 poison damage. He is still on his feet as you strike into him with poison damage. And can you do me a big favor, my friend? Can you make me a dex save?
Yes. Sure. 19. Or no, 21.
21. Okay, so you are going to take a swing at him. The next, you're going to spin around with a kick, trying to hit him, and you're going to pivot and slip basically down, almost falling off the edge of the ship, but you're going to catch yourself and throw yourself back up onto the ship in one, like, Jean-Claude Van Damme motion.
No one saw that, right? All right.
Okay, it is the offense's turn. The pirate guy is going to be surrounded by kobolds. He's going to snarl and is going to lash out at you, Forn. And is going to botch. Would you like to try to hit him again?
Absolutely.
All right, sounds good. Go ahead.
That's 19.
That's going to be hit. Roll me damage.
So that's 4. No, make it fire.
Okay. He is still up, but badly burned and just not having a great day. On the other ship, the wizards are going to turn your direction and are going to... Oh boy, how to do. Okay, so looking at the other ship. Yeah, they're gonna cast some spellydels. They're going to raise their hands. The two mages are going to point at one is going to point at Mystredo. Mystredo is your armor class 14.
Hang on, I need to check something really quick because I might be able to give them disadvantage.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so I think Mouse is going to impose disadvantage on the attack roll of one creature it can see that is within... Oh, it's within 5 feet of it. Never mind. I misread it for a moment and I was like, yes, this can work ranged. It can't work ranged.
Oh, okay.
It's only close combat.
All right, so Mystredo, the halfling caster across the way, is going to raise a hand, and a gout of flame is going to fire out of his fingers, dousing you with 7 points of fire damage.
Ow.
All right, and the other one is going to rush forward, point a finger at Gwylan, and is going to be an 11. But I'm going to spend a hurt the more to reroll that. And that's only going to be a 2, unfortunately. So fire's going to fly past you, and it's going to ignite some of the rigging, though. With that, the guys at the front are going to reload their ballista and are going to turn and fire at your captain.
No.
Oh no.
And that's going to be a 23 to hit. I'm a silvery barbs it. And that's going to be a 23. It's still going to hit. It was fated to do so, apparently. And the captain is going to take 27 points of piercing damage and is going to go down. He may not be dead, but he is absolutely skewered and pinned to the side of the ship. And Inone is going to give advantage to Tyria. Tyria's next. With that, the captain on the other ship is going to go, hit him again! And the pirate that you were fighting, Traz, is going to snarl and take another swipe at you.
it.
That is going to be only a 15.
That's a miss.
Okay. That's a pretty good attempt, though. You gotta admit.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
And then that is that for that ship. The other ship is going to be turning away, but that does not mean the ballistas cannot get an attempt to fire. One ballista is going to target Deianera. It's going to fail. And the other ballista is going to pivot and target the kobolds at the ballista to the south of the ship. And that is going to be a miss as well. So 2 ballista bolts go over across the ship and are going to miss from the from Goldbeard's ship. And it is Tyria's turn. Tyria, what do you do?
I eat a very quick snack with terrible timing.
Do it.
So Tyria does have a crossbow.
Okay.
So she is going to pull it out and go for this same spellcaster right in front of Mystredo.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Doesn't really have a lot of long-range things that she can do, so crossbow it is.
Crossbow it is.
17 to hit.
70 to hit is a hit.
See some damage. 7 damage.
7 damage to that one. How do you do it?
Oh, I think just a very casual crossbow bolt to the face.
Okay, the crossbow bolt is going to hit, and he is going to go down, pitching over the ship into the briny depths below. And
You look at the crossbow a little bit surprised. Oh.
all right, Gwylan, it is your turn. Unless Tyria, do you have any bonus actions you want to use?
Where's the captain?
The
Right at the back of the ship?
he is at the front.
It's at the front of the ship.
He is
Our
at
captain or their captain?
I mean, sorry, our captain.
your captain is I guess
Oh,
pardon
I
me,
see
he
you
is
hanging. Okay,
he is
yeah.
at the back of the ship.
Yeah. So she can't cast a spell yet, but she's sending Canary over, so which is her little mechanical bird, to go hang out next to the captain strategically for spellcasting next turn purposes.
Perfect.
And then let's move. No, Mouse can hang out. Yeah, that sounds good. End of turn.
All right, sounds great. Then it is Gwylan or Mystredo.
So,
Gwylan can go first.
okay. So something shot our captain?
Yep, the ballista.
Yeah.
The ballista from the Goldbeard ship.
Right.
Oh,
Now,
pardon me. No, sorry, it was the ballista from One Tusk's ship.
Together.
But
Okay. So, just looking at the map, is there no one currently steering our ship?
there is not. The captain was knocked to the ground and pinned.
Okay, so, and I was knocked prone, or did I manage to get back on my feet
You
after that?
you just were moved.
Okay. So, I think if I'm able to see, I know it's kind of distant, but like the situation a little bit towards the back of the ship, I think Gwylan's gonna actually turn and is going to book it back towards the steering wheel.
All right, sounds good. With cunning action, you can move 90 feet if that's your entire turn.
I think it will be.
So
Yeah.
that will the back of it is 90 feet away, so you can actually make it there with your turn.
Let me know if I've how far exactly do I have? Like
You
right
are
on it?
at the
Okay.
wheel.
Okay. And that was my cunning action. It was a bonus action. Okay.
The
that's
cunning
full
action.
turn.
Yep.
That was the goal.
Okay, so you are now in control. You have your hands on there. Mystredo, what do you do?
Let's try. Have I got anything that I can use? Not really. So I'm gonna run over to the captain, hopefully our captain, and oh no, I've already cast Healing Word. Can't do it again.
Yeah, you can. It takes another spell slot.
Can I?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've got 4 spell slots. So okay, I will go to the captain and cast Healing Word again.
Okay, so you can move 30 feet toward him. What's the range on Healing Word?
Healing Word 60 feet.
All right, so you'll move a bit south next to one of the crewmen and heal the captain for roll me a d4.
D4 plus 2. And the captain gets 6.
Okay, the captain is stabilized, but still
okay. Not dead.
not dead.
Not
He's
dead yet.
stabilized and somewhat healed. On the next ship, can I get a perception roll off of everyone? I'm looking for a 16 with the sound of the waves.
Oh, I got a 19.
I actually have a nat 20, so
Oh, beautiful.
24.
24
18
as
here.
well. 19.
All right, so everybody who succeeded are going to hear a number of pitched screams coming from the next ship. There are going to be some cries of surprise and pain as several pale-skinned creatures are going to launch... Nope, that's not right. One sec. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, that should work now. There we go. Several pale-skinned creatures, 4 of them with translucent skin, part fish person, are going to launch themselves out of the water onto the ship and are going to snarl. And one of them is going to take a bite out of one of the attackers from the other ship, ripping flesh off. Anybody who has a passive nature roll of 15 or a passive arcana roll of 15.
14.
14? Okay. These are freaky, like, translucent fish monsters, and as they scream and start tearing into the other ship, there's going to be this horrible noise, and that ship is going to fold in half and vanish beneath the waves.
What?
Leaving just a crater and several drowning people that will slowly be submerged beneath the waves. The other ship is going to pull to the side, look your direction, and that is when the water is going to shake and shiver. And I need a strength save off of everyone. Strength or dexterity, whichever you prefer, actually.
Oh, strength. Oh, nice. Okay.
I'll take dex. Oh, I got 13.
13? Okay.
13.
I'm looking for a 13, so that's good.
Oh, just. I wobble.
Did anybody fail?
No, I don't think
Doesn't
so.
look like it.
Okay.
I got 19 and
19? Okay. There is going to be a shiver as the boat suddenly comes to a stop. And one by one, you are all going to look around. Some of you were knocked to the ground. Even, like, the lone pirate that's still here stops fighting for a moment as you hear as 4 tentacles explode out of the water and wrap themselves around the side of the ship. Each tentacle the size of at least 5 full-grown men. And that's just what's emerging from the water. The other ship is going to veer away, trying to escape, as you feel the bow of your ship pulled into the water. The captain is going to look up bleary and bloody from where he is skewered and is going to say in a horrified voice, Kraken. And that is where we're going to call a game for the day.
Oh, so mean. Oh,
How
my
dare
gosh.
you? How dare you?
Very dare.
Time.
All right, so
You know,
how'd
when
you...
you said that first ship was splitting in half, I knew it was Kraken.
It's got to be Kraken.
Yeah,
We're not
once the
Kraken
first ship
Latin.
went on, oh, we're in
Yeah.
trouble.
Oh no, this is so bad.
Oh, no. We gonna die.
Did you guys have fun with
Is
your
this where the
pirates and your
party is?
wine?
Yes.
Yeah,
This
this is
great.
really, really fun so far. I
I'm glad.
love this
Yes,
screen.
yes, yes.
Great.
So my initial idea for game was just going to be welcome to Dreams of Arkos. Roll initiative. We're on the ship, and was to start you during this like God of War. And I'm like, I don't feel like doing flashbacks. It felt like too much tedium. So, hey folks, thank you for tuning in to the first episode of Dreams of Arkos. You guys are halfway to level 4. You just have to survive fighting a Kraken, which is only like CR 23.
Oh, no, that's scary.
I already died once. I mean,
You're fine. You're
dying
fine.
again.
Hey, a
Wait,
big
you're
thank.
dead?
You're dead. Yeah, just
You
a
don't
little.
know that.
Just a little dead as a treat. A big thank you for everybody who's came out to support us today. The fantastic turnout, as well as a big thank you to our sponsor, Bookwyrm Games. Go check them out, bookwyrmgames.com, where you can use code DorkTales to save 10%. You could also definitely check out their Kickstarter, their Quest Chest. It is fantastic. Go to questchest.info or just Google Quest Chest on Kickstarter, and you will find it immediately. I also want to do a big thank you to everybody on Patreon who helps make Dork Tales possible. Dork Tales is a labor of love, but it's also a full-time job. So if you want to help support Dork Tales and bring more games like this, because after Dreams of Arkos is done, there's a new game coming called Cold Iron, which is a fantasy western. And it is going to be fantastic. It's going to be maybe not better than Arkos, but it's going to be completely different. And it's going to be full of lore. Not that... a big thank you to all of our patrons at patreon.com/dorktales, starting with our divine producer, my mom, Jan. Thanks, Mom. I really appreciate it. You helped inspire half of this game by accident by telling me to go to sleep. A big thank you as well to... we'll find out what that means in a bit. A big thank you as well to our demonic producer, Precarious, who always inspires me with his evil, to our wizards of the Patreon, Tammy the Forever Cleric, the Ink Goblin, and of course Eddie Isaacs, to our High Council of the Patreon, Taryn, Buddy, Amberthist, Cubby Gummy, Raven with Baubles, Karasha Urquhart, Chef Aladeth, Larouk, Sorcerer Sanguine, Mike Baxter, and Kalen Whitebeard. You're all fantastic. If you're joining us for the first time, please join our Discord, come hang out with us, and we'll see you. This is a bi-weekly game, but to make sure that we didn't leave you hanging too much, we are actually going to be running next Sunday as well at noon Pacific. So it's going to be 2 games right in a row, and then we'll be going back to our bi-weekly schedule for this. But we thought we'd hit the ground running with this. So join us in 2 weeks. It'll be a lot of fun to see the other half of this, and maybe we'll even go to a wedding and actually start the game.
I guess join us in 1 week.
Oh, sorry, in 1 week. In 1 week
Next
to
week.
start the game.
Yes.
Start next week, yeah,
Do
on
we
the
have to
9th.
buy gifts?
Sometimes a week feels like 2 weeks, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Everybody,
does.
bring a toaster. Bring a toaster.
Bring
Toaster.
a toaster? Okay.
Yeah, you're going to a wedding.
What's a
Brought a
toaster?
crock pot?
Oh, yeah,
Can we
yeah.
have a
bring a crock
toast
pot.
instead?
You can have a
Yeah.
toast. And that's going to be it from us. Good night, everybody.